welcome back. It is time to get started with the qualifying round for Tournament 3 of King of the Mountain Season 4.
Let's crown a new king.
Let's take a look at our first group of the qualifying round. We've got Big Six driving for Blue Line Racing in the Ford Mustang SVO.
Oh boy.
What?
A Mustang already?
Don't start with your Mustang hate, Sudi.
I'm just saying.
Then we have Big Man Jack of Flash Jackson Racing in the Ferrari F40.
And a Ferrari.
Yes, I know.
After what happened to Jimmy and James.
Moving on, we have Clyde Torkel of Electric Pickle Motorsports in the Ford Thunderbird.
Race in peace, McClyde.
And last up, driving in the Toyota Supra, it's Will C. of Will's Diecast Garage.
It appears he's been a little rough with that car already.
It's a fixer-upper.
This is King of the Mountain. You need a little more than a fixer-upper.
Here we go with the first race. As you can see, there's been some construction here in Race City.
Ah, yes, the new Race City Highway.
Yep, we got approval, and it's promised to reduce traffic jams on your daily commute. Big Six taking the top lane, out in the lead. Big Man Jack back in second, Clyde Torkel in third.
Big Six looks fast out there.
Big Six representing for the Blue Line Racing team, flying down the road, clean through the corners. And look at that, a 14.55 second time for Big Six.
A very impressive time for a Mustang.
That's a very impressive time for any car.
Hey, I'll give it to him. He was able to tame the beast.
It looks like something happened to Will C. He stuck over on the first big turn. Let's see what happened in the replay. There goes the first three drivers. Where is Will C? There he is, way back there. What's going on?
I told you, King of the Mountain is no place for a fixer-upper.
I know the replay is in slow motion, but this is like extra slow motion.
Well, hey, at least no one got stuck behind him in traffic thanks to the new highway.
That's right. That's your Race City waiver tax dollars at work. That win for Big Six will give him 5 points on the board. Big Man Jack has 3. Clyde Torkel has 2. Will C has 0 with that DNF. The drivers have switched lanes. There still remains the question, though, as to which lane has the advantage.
It's the inside lane, right?
Well, in one sense, but there's also elevation on those lanes. And right now, look at Big Six starting this race all the way on the outside. A little trouble right there, but recovers.
Here comes Clyde Torkel on his tail.
They're through the garage. This is a closer race here, but Big Six will hold on to it to take a second win of the night. Oh, my.
Well, we all know that is a
fatality. Finish him.
You know, I hate to be the guy who said I told you so, but...
Why is it always a Mustang?
It's the law of nature, 3D. For every action is an equal and opposite reaction. So for every Mustang is a crowd. The gravitational force between those two elements pulls together, creating a supersymmetry in the key of F.
You've been watching too much Terrence Howard.
He's got over 90 patents, 3D.
Okay, let's go to the replay.
Let me put this in simple terms for you, 3D.
I can understand.
A Mustang plus crowd equals fatality.
That equation is certainly plausible.
Just like a wave conjugation.
No, that doesn't make any sense for what just happened.
Hey, there are no straight lines in nature, 3D.
Well, we have straight lines on our track here, so here we go with race 3.
I got distracted by the Mustang, but has Will C ever made it to the finish line yet?
Not yet. We're going to have to wait, and we'll see.
Wow.
Come on, I had to do it. Big Six once again out in front. Clyde Torkel challenging for first. Makes contact on that corner back there.
I think that bump just made Big Six go faster.
I think it's going to be another fast time. 14.87 from Big Six.
Whoa, watch out, people. We got a Mustang on the loose.
Big Six clipping the back end of Big Man Jack's Ferrari. Clyde Torkel there with an unnecessary hit after the finish line.
There goes Big Man Jack up on the curb.
Luckily, there was no one standing there, and
We'll see. Well, he made it a little further, right? So
it's an improvement.
We'll clap for him.
Baby steps, right?
He really shouldn't be here, should he?
Well, let's see, his pre-qualifying time was,
What?
22.85.
So he pre-qualified with a 23-second time?
Well, the rule was if you could make it past the finish line, you pre-qualified.
So what was the time for Big Six?
Big Six pre-qualified with a 14.40 second time.
That's like 8 to 9 seconds faster.
Yeah, but this is the purpose of the qualifying round, to weed up the slow cars and to advance the fastest car on to the next round.
Look at that, Big Six on the verge of a possible clean sweep.
And we'll see might sweep in the other direction.
Oh, we might get a dirty sweep too.
Here they go off for the last race. Big Six taking the highway. He's first down the off-ramp. Clyde Torkel once again in second. Can Clyde catch up to that Mustang?
He's trying to get it.
It's a close race into the final turn. They're onto the bridge, and Big Six does it. Our first clean sweep of tournament number 3.
Clean sweep.
Perfect. I have the feeling this may be the first of many in the qualifying round.
Hold on, 3D. We have to celebrate Will C for getting a
dirty sweep.
You know, I'm not sure if that's something we should be celebrating.
It's an accomplishment in its own right.
The real accomplishment here is Big Six from Blue Line Racing. It did not matter what lane he started in. Big Six was just in a different league from all these other drivers.
I think I saw him get some air coming down that off-ramp.
That car is super fast, and I can't wait to see it again in the next round.
It's fast and deadly, just the way we like it.
Well, not the deadly part.
The two go hand in hand.
Well, don't go anywhere. Coming up after the break, we have our second group of the qualifying round taking the track. We'll be right back after this.
A clean and dirty sweep, and it's only the first group. Wow.
And only one or maybe two fatalities.
Which was to be expected.
We did have a Mustang out there. Welcome back. It's time for Group 2 in the qualifying round of King of the Mountain Season 4, Tournament number 3.
You talking smack?
No, I was just...
Because we got Johnny Smack of Ruckus Racing in the silver Chevy Camaro.
Okay, because I wasn't trying to say anything.
It's because his name was Johnny Smack.
Well, next up we have Xander Kai of Sandwright & Sons in the Honda CRX.
That is a cool paint job.
I'm looking forward to seeing that one race.
Then driving in the blue BMW M1, we have Summit Burrill.
A nice shade of blue there. And last up in the Porsche 935, it's none other than Diamond Dito of Fancy Goat.
Fancy Goat?
That's right, world-renowned Fancy Goat Motorsports.
Why do they have a dog on their hood?
I think it's supposed to be like a cartoon goat, maybe?
It looks like a dog.
It does appear to be a dog. Well, here we go, the first of 4 races. The top driver moves on. Johnny Smack in the Camaro and Xander Kai in the CRX taking the high road. Xander Kai first down the off-ramp. Oh, look at that handling around the turn.
He cut it a little short, but he handled it well.
Johnny Smack in pursuit of Xander Kai. One turn left through the parking garage. Can Johnny Smack catch up? No, he can't. Oh!
Wow.
My goodness.
You know, I did not expect to see big air here in King of the Mountain.
That little car flew up in the air.
I think this might be...
Hold on. Don't hit the button yet. I don't think he hit anybody.
Are you sure?
Here's the replay. There might be an issue with the steering on that CRX.
Man, Johnny Smack just smacked that little car up in the air, didn't he?
He sure did, but amazingly, Xander Kai did not hit any spectators, so we are good.
You're saying what we're seeing on the screen right now is good?
For King of the Mountain standards, yes. Here it is again from a different angle.
Boom!
That car really did go up in the air.
Bonus points for the big air.
No bonus points here in King of the Mountain.
It's not a bad idea, though.
Yeah, but it's not a good idea. Here we go with race 2. Xander Kai starting all the way on the left. He'll be taking the highway this race along with Summit Burrill.
Diamond Dito and Johnny Smack taking the underpass lanes.
Xander Kai out in front, followed by Summit Burrill. Johnny Smack right there with him as well. Xander Kai goes high on the turn, hits the wall. Here comes Summit Burrill trying for the overtake. Can he catch that little Honda?
That little hatchback is quick.
Xander Kai pulling way ahead, and Xander Kai will take a second win of the night.
And look at that, Johnny Smack passes up Summit Burrill over the bridge.
Summit Burrill finishing this race in reverse, and there goes Diamond Dito. Another rough finish for Diamond Dito. Xander Kai had the inside lane on this race. He'll be rotating to the outside on race 3. It'll be interesting to see if he can still keep up that lead, starting all the way on the right.
That's still our big question, right? Which lane has the advantage?
I'm leaning towards it being the pole position, but we still need more data. Here we go, Summit Burrill in the pole position. Xander Kai all the way on the far right. Summit Burrill has the lead, but there goes Xander Kai passing him up. I don't know if there is an advantage on the inside anymore.
I don't know, but that CRX is a quick one.
Xander Kai all alone now, no one challenging him for position. Still having some steering issues, but Xander Kai makes it past the finish line with a 16.31 second time. Oh, and a little collision there at the intersection.
And there goes Johnny Smack right in the wall.
He almost did the same thing Big Six did in the first group.
You see, that right there is the difference between a Camaro and a Mustang.
Oh boy, here we go.
A Mustang is a wild beast. You can ride one, but you cannot tame it.
Okay, so what is a Camaro?
I'm glad you asked. Camaro comes from the French word camarade.
Oh boy, we're getting into French now.
Which means friend, pal, comrade. A Camaro is there for you. It's your friend, 3D.
It's not my friend.
But it could be.
Anyways, here we go with race 4. Xander Kai, 3 wins in a row. Can he make it 4 to be our second clean sweep of the qualifying round?
I have a feeling we're going to see a growing clean sweep club around here.
It appears Johnny Smack is out in front. Xander Kai gets spun around and left back in third.
Well, there goes the sweep.
We've got Johnny Smack in the lead, followed by Summit Burrill. Johnny Smack through the final corner, and Johnny Smack will take the win on race 4. He's followed by Summit Burrill. There goes Diamond Dito, and Xander Kai, takes 4th. That's surprising, actually.
I was hoping for another sweep.
Xander Kai wins the night with 2 points over Johnny Smack. Johnny Smack actually did pretty well, came in second place 3 times in a row, and won that last one. But I didn't expect Xander Kai to finish in 4th on the last race.
Well, his steering and handling has been a little questionable throughout the race.
Yeah, well, he still did amazingly well. Hopefully his team can take a look at that steering before the next round. Here's the replay. You can see Diamond Dito making the pass here around Xander Kai. Congratulations to Xander Kai of Sandwright & Sons for moving on to the next round. Big Six is our current top qualifier, and he also holds the new track time record. Because of the changes made to the track, we're creating a second track time record. When we get to the end of the season, that record holder will race against Mark D's DeLorean to determine who gets that last spot in the championship. Welcome back to King of the Mountain Season 4, Tournament number 3.
We've got groups 3 and 4 of the qualifying round.
Let's go ahead and take a look at group number 3. We've got Giorgio of G-Force Racing driving in the red Ford Sierra Cosworth.
Oh, come on, 3D, not another one.
I know, but it's a popular car. It's another Mustang.
Oh, boy.
Lindsey Grace of Graybeard Racing in the Ford Mustang SVO.
Then look at this chromed out car we have, the Leviathan.
That's quite a name.
Well, he better be a beast on the track.
The Leviathan is driving in a Buick Regal GNX. And last up is Moboy.
Hey, that's my boy.
Moboy driving for Little Chicken Motorsports in the Chevy El Camino.
A very nice shade of green on that El Camino.
They're all lined up for the first of 4 races. The top driver in points advances on. We've got 2 Fords, a Buick, and a Chevy.
Bring on the chaos and carnage.
Hopefully we don't have any issues like we had last week with, well...
the Mustang.
Yeah. Right now the Leviathan is out in front. Giorgio takes over the lead. Whoa!
Oh, my.
What happened?
I guess we don't have to worry about that Mustang anymore.
Giorgio now left all alone on the track. And this is an easy win for Giorgio, followed by the Leviathan. Lindsey Grace has went off the road in the Mustang. And where's Moboy?
What happened to my boy?
Are you going to say his name like that all
That's
night?
Mo Boy, 3D. Mo Boy.
Well, apparently that's a DNF for Mo... Wait a minute.
Here we go. Here comes my boy.
Nice of Moboy to finally show up.
My mama always told me it's better to be late than never. And speaking of never, there goes Lindsey Grace in the Mustang.
A rough and rocky start, to say the least, for Lindsey Grace. Let's go to the replay to see what happened there on that turn. You can see right here where the cars merged together. Lindsey taking the high side of the turn and appears to have been pushed off by the Leviathan.
The Leviathan out there doing God's work.
Okay, shoving other drivers off the road is not an honorable thing.
The Mustang, especially the Mustang SVO, has been proven time after time to be a danger to the public here in Race City.
They had a few accidents. Mistakes were made.
We had fatalities.
That's still unconfirmed.
That makes the Leviathan like a superhero. He is saving the public here of Race City.
Really, a superhero.
Exactly.
Okay, well, here we go with race 2. Hopefully everyone stays on the road this time.
Do it again, Leviathan.
Leviathan and Lindsey Grace taking the highway. Giorgio gaining on the bottom. Leviathan pulls out in front, taking the lead. Giorgio in second place, followed by Lindsey Grace. Leviathan first through the turn, now through the garage. And this race will go to the Leviathan.
Watch out for the Mustang.
Followed by Giorgio, and Lindsey Grace takes third. And once again, we are missing Moboy.
Hey, there's my boy.
Moboy stopped way over on the interstate section of the track. I'm not sure if he's having car issues or if he got lost.
Well, with the changes made to the roads, his GPS may not be working correctly.
If you're in a race, you really shouldn't be relying on GPS.
It's 2024, 3. Times have changed.
They certainly have. So far, that is 1 win for Giorgio, 1 win for the Leviathan. They are both tied on the scoreboard with 8 points each. Moboy has 2, and Lindsey Grace has 2 as well.
It's not looking good so far for my boy.
This time we have the Leviathan and Moboy taking the high lanes. Moboy really having some trouble in that El Camino.
I think the body of that car might be a little too wide.
We got contact as Lindsey Grace overtakes Giorgio. Giorgio not letting up, takes the lead back. Lindsey Grace sneaks through as well. Giorgio through the last turn. And this race is going to go to Giorgio, followed by Lindsey Grace. Here comes the Leviathan. And Moboy is stuck again.
He was so close, he made it to the bridge.
You know, I think you're right. That car is wide, and the wheels are really tucked into the body. That's really not a good design for racing.
Well, it's not working out for my boy.
Look at this, a great exchange here as the Leviathan passes up Giorgio. Giorgio stays right on the tail of that Buick, and right here, season opening, pushes his way through.
And then look at that sneaky move by Lindsey Grace in the Mustang, making that double pass.
Hey, if someone else opens the door, you might as well go on through with them. Here's the score going into the final race. Giorgio in the red car on top with 13 points. Leviathan in the chrome Buick has 10. Lindsey Grace in the Mustang has 5. And Moboy has 2.
So it's going to be a no for Lindsey Grace and my boy.
Yes, this is coming down to Giorgio and the Leviathan. And they're off for the 4th and final race. Giorgio in the red car on the top lane. Here they come to the merger. Giorgio makes it out in front. Leviathan close behind in second. Can he pass? No, he spins out.
The Leviathan has fallen.
Here comes Giorgio through the final turn, over the bridge, and this race will go to Giorgio in the red Ford Sierra Cosworth.
You see that Mustang was trying to hit somebody.
I think it's actually Leviathan in the Buick trying to hit someone.
There's no one over there, 3D.
Once again, we are missing Moboy, and there he is.
You know, it's too bad that he finished the first race. Otherwise, we could have had a dirty sweep.
That's not a record you really want to have.
It is an accomplishment to be celebrated.
It's more like a mark of shame.
I disagree. It takes a special builder and driver to not finish a single race.
They certainly are special. So there you have it. Giorgio will advance on in the tournament. Coming up after the break, it's Group 4 of the qualifying round. Welcome back to King of the Mountain Season 4, Tournament 3. It's time for qualifying Group 4.
Up first, we have Rowan of Uncle Elvis Racing driving in the purple Ferrari F40.
Then next to him, we have another Ford Sierra Cosworth, this one driven by Psycho of Mountain High Diecast.
That's a nice paint job.
Then up next, in the Chevy Monte Carlo SS, it's Willie Make It of Willie Make It Diecast.
I bet he won't.
What?
Make it.
Okay, well, last up we have Glitch of the Flat Rabbit Racing Club, driving in that purple Chevy Camaro Z28.
Flat Rabbit Racing Club in the house.
Great car choice as well. Here we go, they're all lined up. Top driver in points moves on with Giorgio. Will it be the Ferrari, the Cosworth, the Monte Carlo, or the Camaro?
I gotta cheer for the Camaro.
Here we go, they are off. Rowan leading the pack in that Ferrari F40. They're coming to the merger. Psycho passes up Glitch. Glitch spins out.
That Ferrari is ripping up the track.
Rowan having some steering issues. Here comes Psycho, makes the pass.
Oh, here we go.
And it's a fight to the finish.
Whoa.
Whoa! A photo finish for race 1. Ooh, there goes Willie Make It.
I don't think he will, 3D. I don't think he will.
We're going to have to go to the replay to see who won that first race. Look at this right here. Rowan has a nice lead, makes some mistakes on the turn. Meanwhile, Psycho handles it clean, gains on the inside right here, makes the pass through the garage. Then he proceeds to block Rowan. That may have been a mistake right there, but I think he pulled it off and stole the win.
A very competitive race, Ford versus Ferrari right here.
Here it is from the finish cam, and it's going to go to Psycho in the Ford Sierra Cosworth.
He got that one by a bumper.
That's going to give Psycho 5 points. Rowan has 3, Glitch in the Camaro has 2, and Willie Make It has 1. Here we go. They are lined up for race 2. Psycho starting on the far left. Willie Make It to his right. Both drivers will be taking the high lanes on this race.
Let's see how Rowan and that Ferrari does on the outside lane.
Here we go. A close race so far. Glitch with a slight lead. Now it appears to be Rowan, followed by Glitch. Psycho with a pass over Glitch. The Ferrari leading them down. This time Rowan's clean through the corner. Handles the last turn well. And that's a fast finish. 14.99 seconds for Rowan in the Ferrari F40. Psycho will finish in second.
Oh, watch out there.
Glitch gets stuck on the curb. Let's go to the replay on that race. Keep your eye on the blue Cosworth of Psycho. He takes advantage of the speed on that drop to pass on the inside over Glitch, securing the second place spot on this race. That win for Rowan will tie the score with Psycho. Both drivers have 8 points each. Glitch has 4, and Willie Make It
highly doubtful
has 2.
I think the problem with Willie is a lack in confidence. You can't come to a race at King of the Mountain asking if you might make it.
Well,
you got to know that you're going to make it. You got to believe that you're going to win.
I don't think he's asking the question. That's just his name. First name Willie, last name Make It.
Well, Willie needs to change it.
Rowan once again out in the lead, but here comes Glitch on the inside with the pass.
Nice move there by Glitch.
It's a battle between the Camaro and the Ferrari. A fight around the turn, and Rowan takes the lead back.
Oh, Rowan was just too much for him.
And there goes Psycho with another pass over Glitch. Oh my God.
Goodness.
Fatality. Finish him.
I'm telling you, 3D, the Mustangs and the Ferrari got to go.
We can't exclude specific brands of cars.
Look, if the name of the car starts with an F, it's going to bring a fatality.
I think that's an oversimplification.
The Ford Mustang, fatality.
Well, not all Fords, though, just the Mustang.
The Ferrari F40, fatality.
We've only had 1 or 2 instances with the
Remember,
Ferrari.
Jimmy?
Yeah, that's true.
We should ban the F cars.
What about the Fiat? They haven't done anything bad.
Like the Fiat 500?
Yeah, that little car wouldn't hurt anybody.
Wrong, 3D. Fatality. You'll hurt yourself driving that little car.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Look at that dude flip.
That was wild. And what happened to Willie Make It? He flipped over all on his own.
Willie, he really shouldn't be here.
Be nice to him.
I'm just pointing out the obvious.
Willie's doing better than Mo Boy in the El Camino.
Yeah, but Willie is still out of his league.
Well, the medics are out there helping out the spectators. They're just taking their time to get to that guy. Here's the replay one more time from the finish cam. Rowan swerves to the left and then, wow.
Thoughts and waivers to the fans in the front row.
Yes, thoughts and waivers. Here's the scores going to the fourth and final race. Rowan on top with 13. Psycho has 11. Glitch has 6. And Willie Make It has 3.
Will he make it on his way to a perfect 1 point per race score?
You gotta appreciate consistency. Here we go, Glitch and Rowan on the high lanes. Psycho moving fast underneath. Rowan passes up Glitch. It's a battle between the purple cars.
Psycho's back there trying to creep up.
Rowan with some trouble on the turn. Glitch makes contact.
Look at Psycho for the pass.
Psycho trying to beat Rowan to the line, but Rowan holds him off. Whoa, where's Willie Make It going?
I don't know, that guy's wild.
The win goes to Rowan. Wait, what's going on here?
Are these guys squaring off?
We may have some kind of conflict going on here. They seem to have chosen sides.
It's demo derby time.
This is not demo derby. I'm not sure what they're doing.
Fight.
They need to calm it down.
Fight.
And there goes Superhero Susan, bringing down the tensions on the track. We do not need a fight or whatever those guys were planning to happen here.
It was just about to get good, 3D.
We've already had several spectators hit tonight. We do not need more injuries or conflict or anything like that.
There's nothing wrong with a little road rage.
We're not trying to lose our permit to host King of the Mountain here in Race City.
I get it. I just wanted to see one little smash, you know.
There you have it. Giorgio and Rowan will be advancing on to the tournament rounds. Rowan with a time of 14.99, Giorgio with a time of 15.11.
Hey, those are good times. We had some good racing. I even got to hit the fatality button.
Hey, what more could you ask for?
Road rage.
Welcome back to Race City. It is time for King of the Mountain Season 4, Tournament 3, qualifying groups 5 and 6.
I heard we have some racing royalty in the house tonight.
Well, first up, we have the legendary Arlo of Arlo Racing driving the Ford Sierra Cosworth.
Arlo's here in King of the Mountain. This is going to be good.
Then next to him, in the Nissan Silvia S13, it's Juan Fabuloso of Cloaked After Dark.
Juan's got that two-face paint job.
Then we have Gentleman John of Diecast Drag Strip Racing in the Ferrari Testarossa.
Oh boy, another Ferrari.
And last up, going through his midlife crisis, is Redman of KRB Racing in the Chevrolet Corvette.
I'd like to wish Redman the best of luck going through that midlife crisis. Keep hope alive, brother. Keep hope alive.
Here we go. They are all lined up. Arlo starting on the far left. To his right, Juan Fabuloso, Gentleman John, and then Redman.
So the Ferrari driver is Gentleman John.
He sounds polite.
I see what they're trying to do. I can see right through it.
Who's trying to do what?
The Ferrari boys are trying to change their public image.
I don't know about that, but we got Arlo in the lead, followed by Juan Fabuloso. A fast race, Arlo pulling away. Oh man, Arlo is in a rocket ship out there. 14.04 seconds. That is going to be a Tournament 3 record right there. Big Six previously had it at 14.55.
And Redman gets pushed past the line by Gentleman John.
And that's a very gentleman thing to do.
Pushing is a gentlemanly act.
Well, he helped Redman get past the line.
This is all for show 3D. Gentleman John is up to something nefarious.
Are you still on this F cars or bad thing?
Yes, and I want to clear something up. Fiero starts with a P, not an F.
You're saying Fiero.
Pontiac Fiero. It's a Pontiac Fiero.
It's still
It's
an
a B.
F. Well, here we go with race 2. Juan Fabuloso and Gentleman John taking the high lanes. And there goes Arlo already pulling way ahead of the pack. Arlo's reputation certainly precedes him. Looks like this might be another fast time. Look at how well he handles those corners.
He keeps the car straight off the wall. This guy is a pro.
Whoa, he just broke the record again.
Well, hot damn, 3D.
Arlo did not come to King of the Mountain to play games. He is tearing this track up tonight.
And in contrast to Arlo, here comes Redman slowly rolling past the line. A metaphor for his life up to this midway point.
Well, you know what they say, it's a cold world. You better pack your own heat. And Arlo certainly brought the heat tonight.
Oh man, Arlo is on fire. He's got the fire paint job, blazing fast speed. He's setting record after record. This guy is hot.
Yes, well,
no diddy.
That is 2 wins in a row for Arlo. He is on top with 10 points. Juan Fabuloso in second with 6. Gentleman John and Redman both tie with 3. They'll be taking the high lanes on this race.
I don't think it matters which lane they take because Arlo is on the track.
Arlo once again out in the lead on the bottom lane. Juan Fabuloso in second. Can anybody catch up to Arlo?
Arlo's going to have to make a big mistake for someone to catch up, and right now, I don't see that happening.
Arlo first onto the bridge, and race 3 goes to Arlo with a time of 14.82 seconds. Not his fastest time of the night, but still way faster than everyone else.
And you can see Redman pondering the meaning of existence as he passes the line in that red Corvette.
He's going through it pretty bad, huh?
A red Corvette? Oh yeah. If it was black or silver, that's a mild case.
That's right, it is red.
Full-blown midlife crisis.
Well, we all cope in our own ways.
I just hope my midlife crisis includes a Bugatti.
A Bugatti, okay. The scores going into the final race, Arlo has 15. He's going to win. The question is, can he join Big Six in the Clean Sweep Club?
Only one member so far in that club.
Let's see if Arlo has what it takes for a perfect score. Arlo in lane 2, taking the highway. Juan Fabuloso not far behind, but look at Arlo with that burst of speed. Oh, he's gone.
He just handles these turns so well, he doesn't bounce around. This is the master class in King of Mountain Racing.
Here he comes, and Arlo does it. He will be joining the Clean Sweep Club.
Clean sweep.
Arlo, the second driver to get a clean sweep so far in this tournament.
Oh boy, Redman stopped on the bridge. Don't do it, Redman. You have more to offer this world.
Maybe we should get someone out there.
That's a good point, 3D. Sharing your feelings with someone you trust can oftentimes help.
Are you teeing this up for some kind of BetterHelp ad or something?
No, I mean, that would be nice, but it's just, if you're struggling out there, remember that you're not alone in this, and whatever you do, for God's sake, don't buy a Mustang.
Oh, geez. Now you're going to piss those people off in the comments
Buy
again.
a Corvette like Redman did.
We're going to take a break. We'll be right back with more racing after this. I'm just saying, with a fiberglass body, it's like having a plastic car.
It's the cut down on the weight, 3D.
Oh, we're on? Okay. Welcome back to King of the Mountain. Up first for Group 6, we have Roxanne Letterman of Rotary Riot in the Mazda Savannah RX-7.
You don't have to put on the red light.
Then up next, driving the Toyota AE86, is T. Hogan of Iron Diecast Racing.
Say your prayers and eat your vitamins if you want to win.
Or just drive fast, like the Lady of Speed of L&L Racing in the Chevy Corvette.
Huh, interesting.
What?
Nothing.
Well, last up we have a Dodge Rampage.
Oh yeah, bring on the Rampage.
Driven by Jensen Button of Phase 4 Customs.
So is the Lady of Speed having a midlife crisis because she's in a Corvette?
It probably belongs to her husband, League of Speed, who's raced here before.
Okay, that makes sense.
By the way, if you have a Corvette, we're not saying that you're having a midlife crisis. But you probably are. You gotta love car stereotypes.
They're the best.
It's a close race so far. Lady of Speed out in front. A three-way race into the first turn. T. Hogan comes out ahead.
What you gonna do when T. Hogan runs wild on you?
Roxanne back in third. I'm not seeing Lady of Speed. And T. Hogan will take the win on race 1, followed by Roxanne Letterman. Here comes Jensen Button in the Dodge Rampage. So far, no Lady of Speed. And there she is, flipped over after that first turn.
I thought that might be the case. That was a big exchange in that merger.
Let's go to the replay right here. Coming into the merger, all three cars lined up with each other. T. Hogan right in the middle of that car sandwich comes out on top and was able to run all the way to the finish line. You can see the nose on that Corvette hanging over the side wall, and then coming out of it, a wheel got stuck, and that car flipped right over.
That's going to be a DNF for Lady of Speed.
Here we go with race 2. We have T. Hogan and Lady of Speed taking the high lanes on this race. T. Hogan, the current leader, with 5 points on the scoreboard. Let's see what happens here in race 2. Lady of Speed and Roxanne starting to pull ahead here. Lady of Speed flies down the ramp. We got contact between T. Hogan and Roxanne.
Okay, now we're starting to see the speed from the Lady of Speed.
Lady of Speed flying solo here over the bridge, and race 2 goes to Lady of Speed. Whoa, she's up on the curb there.
See that? If that was a Mustang, those people would be dead.
You were saying?
Well, I guess that was a
Fatality. Finish him.
In defense of the Corvette, it was not the Corvette's fault.
I think trying to hide your bias at this point is pretty useless.
Stating facts is not a bias.
Here's the replay. She popped up on the curb there. Everyone was safe.
There was a little bump on the arm of that guy.
But then here comes T. Hogan pushing the Lady of Speed into the spectators. Overall, it looks like a light push, so I think they're going to be fine.
That guy right there is face down on the sidewalk.
I'm sure he's just recovering.
Are they going to get some medics out there?
I'm sure they're getting there. After 2 races, T. Hogan has 8. Roxanne and Lady of Speed have 5. And Jensen Button has 3. Lady of Speed in the black Corvette starting on the left lane. Jensen Button to her right in the Dodge Rampage. Roxanne Letterman in the lead in the yellow Mazda. Here comes Lady of Speed with the overtake through the turn.
That was a great pass.
Roxanne trying to regain the lead. Sliding through the turn. Here they come to the final corner. Over the bridge, and race 3 will go to Lady of Speed.
Whoa, wait, was that a...
I didn't see anything.
I'm pretty sure that was
Don't hit the button. Remember the quota.
Oh, well...
I'm pretty sure that was just someone jumping out of the way.
I guess they jumped out of the way with the assistance of that car.
Let's go to the replay of the race. A great passer by Lady of Speed over Roxanne Letterman. You can see Roxanne Letterman trying to get it back, but after this turn right here, Lady of Speed really pulled away with it. The scores going into the final race, T. Hogan and Lady of Speed are tied with 10 points each. Roxanne Letterman has 8, and Jensen Button has 4.
It's T. Hogan versus the Lady of Speed.
Let's see who's going to take it. And they're off for the 4th and final race. It's a close race so far. Let's see what happens in the merger. Roxanne Letterman pulls ahead of Lady of Speed. Lady of Speed right behind Roxanne Letterman. There is 1 turn left before the finish. Roxanne across the bridge, and she will win race 4. We are waiting on the score results for the race.
That was a dirty hit by T. Hogan.
Top driver advances on to the tournament, and we got a 2-way tie.
Our first tie of the tournament.
Lady of Speed and Roxanne Letterman both tied with 13 points each. That means we will be going to a tiebreaker round. The tiebreaker will be 2 races.
Oh, sweet.
They'll switch lanes between the races. That way it's even for both racers. If we still have a tie after the 2 races, then the driver with the fastest time will be the winner.
Nice.
Don't go anywhere. The tiebreaker round is coming up right after the break. Welcome back to King of the Mountain Season 4, Tournament 3, qualifying group number 6, and we have a tie to break here between Lady of Speed in the Black Corvette and Roxanne Letterman in the Mazda RX-7.
May the best lady win.
And they're off. Lady of Speed is starting on the inside lane. The inside lanes on this track do have a slight chicane to even things out between the two.
Roxanne takes the lead.
Lady of Speed not far behind, trying to catch up to Roxanne. Roxanne spins out along with the Lady of Speed. What's going on here?
This is like a Crazy Jimmy tribute race.
Both cars in reverse. They're locked up together, and I believe Roxanne Letterman takes it by a rear bumper.
Well, that was not the race I was expecting to see.
I don't know what happened there. They both turned around on the same turn. You can see right here, Roxanne Letterman spins around along with Lady of Speed. They decided to turn this whole thing into a backwards racing competition.
I, for one, appreciate the tribute that they gave to Crazy Jimmy. That maneuver is taught in the Crazy Jimmy School of Driving, and I'm guessing they both might be alumni.
Well, it was a very close finish, as you can see right here. It appears both cars got locked up together, and Roxanne Letterman just happened to be a little bit further than Lady of Speed. If Roxanne Letterman can win this race, Roxanne moves on. If Lady of Speed wins, then it goes to the times, and that 18.41 second time is not very fast. So the pressure is on here for both drivers. The drivers have switched lanes. Roxanne Letterman slightly ahead here. Here they come to the merger. Lady of Speed in front. Roxanne passes.
She just pushed her way right to the front.
And now Lady of Speed is chasing down Roxanne Letterman. It's a close race. Can she pass in the garage?
Let's go.
Roxanne first onto the bridge, and Roxanne Letterman will be advancing on to the tournament rounds. What a great final race that was between Roxanne Letterman and Lady of Speed.
It's always great to see 2 competitive racers go at it head to head.
These 2 were very evenly matched, and right here, that push through the turn is what gave Roxanne Letterman the win. Here's the results for this week's qualifying groups. Arlo, currently your top qualifier and new record holder for this portion of the season. Roxanne Letterman currently qualified in 5th place. Welcome back to King of the Mountain Season 4, Tournament number 3. It's the qualifying round. Today we have groups 7 and 8.
First up, driving in the Pontiac Firebird, it's Killa Kowalski.
Kowalski driving for Filipiak Performance Diecast.
Then we have Hatch Max in the Toyota AE86.
Hatch Max representing for Speeders Supply Racing. I think you're gonna like this next car, Tootie.
Is that?
Yes, it is. N-Count is driving in a Pontiac Banshee.
A Pontiac Banshee.
Yes, sir.
Will color me pleasantly surprised.
And last up in the Ford Thunderbird, we have Gina Sinagra of Black Raven Racing.
All the way from New Zealand.
Yes, she is.
A Pontiac Banshee. That is wild.
First one to ever race on this channel.
I wonder how they got their hands on a concept car.
I don't know, but it's pretty cool to have one racing here in King of the Mountain. They are off for the first of 4 races. The top driver in points will advance on to the tournament rounds. Killa Kowalski takes the lead over N-Count.
N-Count, a very interesting name there.
Kowalski hits the wall, spins around, and N-Count makes the pass.
Let's go Banshee.
N-Count with a nice size lead here, and N-Count will take the win on race 1, followed by Hatch Max, Killa Kowalski, and we're still waiting for Gina. Here she comes.
A little slow finish there for Gina, but it's better than a DNF.
And better than a wreck as well.
I'm just happy to see 2 different Pontiacs in one race.
Killa Kowalski had a decent lead here, but started getting sloppy on the straight, and then watch this turn, slams into the sidewall, causing that car to spin. N-Count did a great job seeing the opening and going right through for the win. The drivers have rotated positions for race 2. Hatch Max starting all the way on the left, N-Count in the Pontiac Banshee to his right.
I'm kind of torn who to cheer for here. Killer Kowalski's got a great Pontiac Firebird, but N-Count's got the Banshee. I mean, when do you ever see a Banshee?
Well, right now, both of them are in the lead. A challenge into the corner, and Kowalski comes out ahead. Let's see if he can keep it straight around this corner. He does. Killer Kowalski flying solo here, and race 2 goes to Killer Kowalski.
N-Count comes in second, and the Pontiacs are on top.
Ooh, a late hit there by N-Count.
Come on, guys, you both drive Pontiacs. You're like family.
Maybe some jealousy there by N-Count. Meanwhile, Gina Sinagra picks up a DNF.
Did she stop to talk to that guy right there?
Probably just a good citizen trying to help out. Look at the action right here on that turn. N-Count trying to pass on the inside over Killer Kowalski, but Kowalski managed to stay on the high road and rode it all the way to the finish line. The score going into race 3, N-Count has 8, Killer Kowalski has 7, Hatchmex has 5, and Gina has 1.
Damn, Gina, get some points.
The obligatory Martin reference. So far, it's been a battle between Killer Kowalski and N-Count. Kowalski out in front, N-Count in second. Hatchmax back in third. Gina in distant fourth. Kowalski into the wall, spins around again, and N-Count makes the pass.
Another overtake for the Pontiac Banshee.
Kowalski going backwards right behind N-Count, but N-Count is able to hold him off to take his second win of the night.
The Pontiacs are putting on a show.
Killer Kowalski popped up on the curb. You know, it's probably not a good idea to be standing over there.
Yeah, but imagine the amazing shots they're getting for the gram.
Here's the replay. Killer Kowalski once again having trouble keeping that car straight. And N-Count is capitalizing on those mistakes every single time. Going into the fourth and final race, N-Count is on top with 13 points. Killer Kowalski in second with 10. Hatchmax has 7, and Gina Sinagra has 2.
So it all comes down to the Pontiacs.
Yes, Killer Kowalski and the Firebird in lane 2. N-Count in the Banshee starting in lane 4.
Either way, a Pontiac is going to win.
We're off for the fourth and final race. Killer Kowalski in the lead, N-Count not far behind. A close race into the first 180. N-Count trying to catch up to Kowalski. Can Kowalski keep that car straight?
So far, so good.
They're approaching the final turn. Killer Kowalski over the bridge, and Killer Kowalski will take the win on the last race. What is that going to mean for the scores? We're about to find out.
I think the Pontiac won.
And it's going to be N-Count in the Pontiac Banshee, moving on to the tournament rounds.
A great job racing by both Pontiac drivers. Only 1 point difference between Killer Kowalski and N-Count. Wow.
That was certainly some good racing. Killer Kowalski was the faster of the two, but those mistakes he made spinning his car around are really what cost him in today's race.
Hey, it doesn't matter how fast you can go if you can't drive straight.
Very true. We've still got qualifying Group 8 coming up after the break. Don't go anywhere. There's more racing after the break.
Don't touch that dial.
Dials were like 20, 30 years ago, Tootie. Welcome back to King of the Mountain Season 4, Tournament 3. It is time for qualifying group number 8.
I hope we get some more Pontiacs.
Unfortunately, not this group. First up, we have Ice Bear Josh S. of 525 Motorsports in the Mazda Savannah RX-7.
Then we have a Ferrari. This one is a Testarossa, driven by Crockett Tubbs.
Tubbs driving for Vice City RT.
I've spent quite a bit of time in Vice City.
I'm sure you have. Then we have Little Guy Jr. in the Honda City Turbo 2.
He's so cute.
I'm wondering if he's old enough to be driving.
Hey, if he could sign a waiver, he's good.
And then last up we have Demon Preacher in the Monte Carlo SS.
Wow, what a mix. We got Ice JJ Fish, Vice City Tubbs, Fisher Price Boy, and the Demon Preacher all in one race.
It's Ice Bear Josh S.
That's what I said, right?
It was close enough. Here we go with the first of 4 races. So far, Little Guy Jr. staying right there in the race.
The fastest 5-year-old on the block.
And Ice Bear Josh S. will come out in the lead. Crockett Tubbs back in second. Gets loose around the corner but maintains his lead. And this race will be an easy win for Ice Bear Josh S.
A solid win there for the Ice Bear.
Crockett Tubbs comes in second. Little Guy Jr. takes third. And Demon Preacher takes fourth.
Little Guy Jr. in his little Fisher Price car actually did okay.
Yeah, he was hanging with the big boys right up to that point there. Then Ice Bear Josh just pulled away in that Mazda. Let's see what happens here in race 2. Crockett Tubbs starting on the left. Little Guy Jr. to his right. They'll both be taking the high lanes in this race here. And they're off for race 2. A close race so far, but there goes Ice Bear Josh. A burst of speed, and he is in the lead.
Look, a Little Guy not too far back.
I don't think he's going to be able to keep up with Ice Bear Josh. Ice Bear now with a massive lead. And I'm getting the feeling that Ice Bear Josh, I hate that name.
Oh, look what you did, 3D.
What did I do?
You hated on his name, and now he crashed.
It's just not an easy name to say.
Ice Bear Josh. There.
It doesn't flow. Just go with Ice Bear or go with Josh S. Don't put them together.
Don't you think you're being a little
What?
anal about the names? No diddy.
I'm just going to refer to him now as Josh S.
I think Ice Bear is better.
Either way, that is the second win in a row for Josh S.
The Ice Bear.
He currently has 10 points on the board. Little Guy Jr. is in
Hey.
second place with 5.
Way to go, little guy. You're doing great out there.
Crockett Tubbs has 4, and Demon Preacher has 3.
How embarrassing is it to be losing to a 5-year-old in King of the Mountain?
Oh, you can't even show your face around town anymore.
How could you lose to a Fisher-Price car?
It's not even a Power Wheel.
It's a pedal car.
Josh S. once again, way ahead. This is now just a practice run for Josh S. Apparently no one else came to race. Whoa, what's he doing?
I don't know. That was a very quick change of direction.
That's not the normal route. Demon Preacher will take second place on this race. Little Guy Jr. takes third.
Oh boy, it's about to go down, 3D.
Okay, let's just calm it down. There's no need for violence.
Choose violence. Choose violence.
Crockett Tubbs staying away from that dispute. Is he talking to that same guy over there again?
Who is that guy?
I don't know, but he keeps distracting the drivers. Here's that replay. A wild turn there by Josh S. as he heads into the tunnel. I'm not quite sure what he was trying to do there.
I don't know, but that was definitely the wrong way.
Anyways, the scores going into the final race. Josh S. has 15. Little Guy Jr. is in second with 7. The real question here is, can Josh S. join the Clean Sweep Club?
So far, only 2 drivers have done it.
Yes, both Arlo and Big Six have done it. Can Ice Bear Josh S. join them? And they're off for the 4th and final race. Josh S. starting to pull away along with Little Guy Jr.
That little guy's pretty quick, actually.
Yeah, but he can't keep up with the speed of Josh S. Whoa, he's sliding.
A lot of contact there with the wall.
A clean sweep is on the line here for Josh S. There's only one turn left, and it appears Josh S. will get a clean sweep.
Hey. Congratulations to Ice Bear. Whoa.
Oh, not these two again.
Yeah, here we go. Fight. Fight.
Tootie.
Fight.
Don't
fight.
Don't encourage them.
Fight.
Just
fight.
calm down.
Fight.
Calm it down.
Fight. Come
Don't-
on.
Oh,
Yes.
Come on.
That was so satisfying.
That was unsportsmanlike conduct.
He's a demon preacher. He's allowed to be unsportsmanlike.
Yes, but as a commentator and representative, you shouldn't be encouraging
3D.
that type of behavior.
3D, it's me you're talking to.
That was uncalled for, and we here at the 3D Botmaker Diecast Racing League do not condone that type of behavior.
We don't condone it, but we do encourage
No.
it.
Anyways, Ice Bear Josh S. joins the Clean Sweep Club with a time of 15.61. That has him currently in 6th place, and count in the Pontiac Banshee currently in 7th place.
Go Team Pontiac.
Welcome back to the King of the Mountain Season 4, Tournament 3 qualifying round.
It's time for group number 9.
First up, we got Daddy G of G-Force Diecast Racing in the red Ferrari Testarossa.
Then driving for One Shoe Racing is Reed Barron.
Reed is driving in a Mercedes-Benz W123 wagon.
Nice.
Then driving in the Lancia Delta Integrale is Chandler Gray, driving for Gray Boys Racing.
Chandler Gray coming to us from Canada.
And last up, he's mean, he's green, it's Mean Joe Green, driving in the Buick Regal.
So it's a Ferrari versus a Mercedes wagon, a Lancia Delta Integrale, and a Buick Regal.
Quite an interesting mix for sure.
I mean, I hate to say it, but I think the Ferrari is the obvious choice here.
Hey, don't count out that Lancia Delta Integrale. We've seen them faster on the channel before, and who knows what's in that Mercedes wagon.
Apparently not too much.
Give him a chance to warm up. Daddy G in that Ferrari, beautiful handling on that turn.
Fast and clean so far for Daddy G.
Daddy G through the final turn. And race 1 goes to Daddy G with a time of 15.14 seconds. Reed Barron will take second on that race, followed by Chandler Gray. And there's Mean Green Joe, stopped over near the Fujiwara Tofu Shop.
Hey, if you're going to stop somewhere, that's the best place to stop.
You can see here Daddy G starting off very strong in this race. He's definitely got the speed in that Ferrari Testarossa, and his handling of the track so far, very good. Look at that turn. Clean in and out. If he can keep that up, he's on his way to the next round.
Let's see if anyone has a chance of keeping up in race 2.
This time we got Reed Barron starting on the far left, Chandler Gray to his right, Mean Joe Green starting in lane 3. Daddy G once again out in front, pulling way ahead.
Well, this is what happens when you race a Ferrari against a Buick and an old station wagon.
Yeah, well, this is the qualifying round, so the whole idea is for the top 16 cars to make it into the tournament. And right now, it looks like Daddy G will be, whoa,
Here we go.
one of those to make it through. Ooh!
Oh, down goes. Oh,
come
you know
on.
what that is, 3D.
Oh, boy.
We got ourselves a
Fatality. Finish him.
Well, there we go. A mild bump to a few spectators. We'll get them checked out. Mean Green Joe stuck over in the parking garage this time.
I don't know, there's something sus about Mean Green Joe.
What's so suspicious about him?
He's stopping at various locations. I don't like it.
He may just be having car problems or he's asking for directions.
Asking for directions, that's super sus.
Let's see what happened with Daddy G. Hits the curb. You would think Chandler Gray had plenty of time to put on the brakes, but no, full force into the Ferrari. And then Reed Barron with the follow-up, that pushed the Ferrari into a few spectators. It appears everyone's going to be fine, though. I think you were a little premature with the fatality button, to be honest.
Hey, I just call it like I see it, 3D.
Here we go with race 2. Daddy G, 5 points ahead of the competition. He has 10. Reed Barron and Chandler Gray have 5. And Mean Joe Green is rocking that 0-point score so far.
Go Joe Green.
Daddy G in the lead for race 3. It appears the only thing that can stop Daddy G is if he messes up somewhere. But so far, he's almost been flawless out there on the track.
His handling around the corners has been superb.
Yeah, he's got this thing down. Daddy G taking his 3rd win in a row. 15.31 second time. All of his times have been very consistent. His fastest one was on race 2, 14.8. The only thing we're really waiting for here is to see if Daddy G can get a clean sweep.
Forget about the clean sweep. My man, Mean Joe Green, is on his way to a dirty sweep.
What's he doing now? He's backwards on the road over by the Fujiwara Tofu shop.
He's definitely up to something, 3D. Definitely up to something.
Well, anyways, here we go. A clean sweep and a dirty sweep on the line here.
We haven't had a double sweep since the first race, I think.
Well, here we go. Mean Joe Green to the far left. Daddy G to his right. Both racers taking the high lanes. This is pretty much a victory lap for Daddy G in the Ferrari. His driving skills have been impressive all night. A little issue there, but he recovers. That may have been his first mistake of the night.
Let's cross our fingers that Mean Joe Green doesn't make it to the line.
Here comes Daddy G.
Clean sweep.
Daddy G will be joining the Clean Sweep Club in his red Ferrari Testarossa.
I don't see Mean Joe Green. I think we got it, 3D.
Hold on, we have to confirm it first.
It's happening.
We're locating the car. He's in the garage.
Dirty sweep.
Oh, that's nasty.
A dirty sweep, 3D. A dirty sweep. It's so poetic and beautiful. Sure, anyone can win a race. Anyone can win all 4 races in a row.
That's demonstrably untrue.
But to go through 4 races and not even know what the finish line looks like, that is an achievement right there.
What you just said is ridiculous. We've got more racing coming up after the break. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back. It's time for Group 10 of the qualifying round. First up in the Ford Mustang SVO, we got Don Wonders of Pikes Peak Diecast Racing.
Then up next in the Audi Sport Quattro, we got Brandon Fritz of Fritz Motorsport.
Brandon comes to us from Boston, Massachusetts.
It's Brandon from Boston.
Driving in the red Buick Regal, it's Simply Red of the Absurdistan National Race Team.
Hey, he's on the same team as Mean Joe Green.
And last up, we got Raw Sun God of Raw Sun God Racing in the Ford Sierra Cosworth.
He's from Colorado Springs, Colorado. A little redundant, if you ask me.
Redundant?
Colorado Springs, Colorado. But just say Colorado Springs.
Well, it's the city and the state.
Well, then just call it Springs, Colorado.
I don't... What was that?
That didn't sound good.
I think something may have popped on Raw Sun God's car.
Popping usually isn't good when it comes to a car, is it?
No. Don Wonders taking the lead in this race. Brandon Fritz not far behind. Let's see if he can catch up in that Audi Sport Quattro.
I don't know. Don's looking fast and dangerous.
A little swerve there. Don Wonders takes the win, followed by Brandon Fritz. Simply Red comes in third. And Raw Sun God is nowhere to be seen.
Hopefully he's not still popping.
And there he is, stopped over at the entrance of the first turn. There's definitely something not right with that Cosworth.
Let's go to the replay here.
Yeah, you can see the way he just slowly comes off the line. He may have just been rolling in neutral there.
Hopefully he has a team here to get that worked out.
A good opening race for Don Wonders and Brandon Fritz. Brandon Fritz was right on the tail of that Mustang through this first section of the track. But then as they got to the second big 180 turn, Don Wonders really opened it up, stretched his legs out, and showed what that pony can do.
I think you forgot to say no, did he?
What are you talking about?
He opened it up and stretched his legs out.
It's like a racing running metaphor.
And you call this car a pony.
Because it's a pony car. It's a Mustang.
I'm just saying. Whoa!
What was that?
I think the Sun God is angry.
Is this an active situation? Okay, that was just Raw Sun God's car backfiring. Apparently his mechanical woes have not been resolved yet.
I don't know, that car sounds dangerous. Maybe we should get him off the track.
Hey, at least he's not causing traffic and holding up any of the other drivers. Here comes Don Wonders past the line to take a second win in a row. Followed once again by Brandon Fritz and Simply Red in third. And I think we all know where to find Ra Sun God.
This is really sad.
Yeah, there's definitely something seriously wrong with that car.
Should we be asking him to leave?
He's a sun god. I'm not going to ask him to go.
Yeah, me neither.
Meanwhile, Don Wonder's out there representing for the Mustang fans, showing that car can be stable and fast.
Well, so far 0 spectators have been hit, so we'll give him that. There still is 2 more races to go, though.
Here we go with race 3, Simply Red starting on the far left. Ra Sun God to his right. Having trouble starting that car, I think.
Maybe he's getting confused with the pedals.
I think that's more than pedal confusion.
I don't know, do the Immortals know how to drive a car?
That is something I've never, ever considered or questioned.
It's something to think about.
Brandon Fritz in pursuit of Don Wonders. Brandon Fritz spins out.
Aw, Brandon Fritz is out on the track.
And that leaves Don Wonders all alone to pass the finish line for his 3rd win in a row.
I gotta give it to him. Don Wonders is getting it done out there.
And there goes Simply Red, followed by Brandon Fritz. And once again, I think we all know where to find Ra Sun God.
This is sad.
It really is. Well, the scores going into the final race. Don Wonders has 15, Brandon Fritz has 8, Simply Red has 7. It appears we may be on our way to another clean sweep and dirty sweep in one race.
I think the dirty sweep part is locked in 3.
It's going to take some type of divine force for that car to make it to the finish line.
Clearly, gravity is not enough.
Here they go for race 4.
Goodness.
Some more loud pops coming from that Cosworth.
You're sure that's coming from the car, right?
Pretty sure. Don Wonders once again out in front. Simply Red and Brandon Fritz get tangled up. Don Wonders hits a wall, corrects it.
I believe we're getting a double sweep here, 3D.
Don Wonders through the garage. And Don Wonders
Clean sweep.
joins the Clean Sweep Club.
Welcome to the club, Donnie.
Don Wonders showing great control over that Mustang SVO. It appears we lost everyone else on this race. Simply Red stuck on the bridge. Brandon Fritz out over by the Fujiwara Tofu Shop. And Ra Sun God once again.
Dirty sweep.
Where's the finish line?
2 double sweeps in one night. Wow.
And this is confirmed. Ra Sun God has set a record for the shortest distance ever traveled in King of the Mountain history.
Wow, a real legend out there on the track.
It's
Amazing.
a record. Daddy G in the big 3 so far with that 14.8 second time. Don Wonders currently qualified in 6th place. We're getting a report that they have looked at the car of Ra Sun God, and there was a massive tungsten putty leak.
Tungsten putty?
Yes.
Well, that explains it.
It is time for Tournament 3, qualifying groups 11 and 12.
Well, first up, we got a red Ferrari Testarossa driven by Circus.
Circus is driving for Heartbeat Racing. Then we have Miss D Apex of Variant Scuttworks in the Ford Sierra Cosworth.
Go Miss D.
You know her?
3D, 2D, Miss D. She might be family.
Well, next up we have Jack Mahoney of AP3 Diecast in the Mercedes 380 SEL.
And last up, is there a doctor in the house? Because we got Dr. Gus Greenfield of Busted Luck Technologies in the yellow Chevy Camaro.
It doesn't sound promising for Dr. Gus Greenfield.
Well, I probably wouldn't invest in a company called Busted Luck Technologies.
What do they have, patents on a bunch of broken stuff?
Yeah, they have technology, but it's all busted.
Well, here we go with the first of 4 races. Circus starting this race out in the lead in that red Ferrari Testarossa. We've seen quite a few Ferraris in this tournament here.
Too many, if you ask me, 3D. Too many.
So far, 2 of them have qualified for the tournament rounds. Circus trying to make it 3 here. A close race to the finish, but race 1 will go to Circus, followed by Miss D Apex.
I feel like there's some kind of joke there that we're missing.
Yeah, you might be right.
Like a Bart Simpson prank call.
As long as it's not first name Amanda, last name Hug and Kiss, I think we'll be fine.
You're giving them ideas, 3D.
Not a great start so far for Dr. Gus Greenfield of Busted Luck Technologies.
Maybe he should try some better working technology.
I mean, I do appreciate the honesty in advertising, but if you're calling it Busted Luck, maybe you're in the wrong business.
He's a doctor. I'm sure he'll figure it out.
I wonder what Gus is a doctor of.
Broken technology.
Well, maybe one day he'll get things working. So far, that's 1 DNF for Dr. Gus Greenfield. Circus takes the first win with 5 points. Miss D has 3. Jack Mahoney in the blue Mercedes has 2. Here they go for race 2. This time it's Miss D out in front. Jack Mahoney appears to be in second. A close race into the turn. There's some contact. Miss D takes the lead, followed by Jack Mahoney. Circus now back in 3rd place. Adrift around the final turn, and race 2 will go to... Whoa!
Watch out!
What the...
Oh, man.
Right out. Mike, what's going on here?
That's going to leave a dent.
A bunch of unnecessary chaos down here at the finish line as Jack Mahoney makes a last-second decision to veer off to the left.
That seems to be a new thing this season for some reason.
Do they need a sign down there to show him which way to go?
He might have been using GPS.
I guess that would explain it, but what was Dr. Gus Greenfield doing down there at the bottom of the screen?
I think somehow he caught some air. You know, the luck of his technology may be busted, but he's fun to watch.
Like watching a fail compilation is fun to watch.
Yes, just like that.
Well, here we go with race 3. The score is close between Circus in the red Ferrari and Miss D in the silver Ford Sierra Cosworth. Miss D has 8, Circus has 7. Circus currently in the lead. She gets spun around, and there's Jack Mahoney with a pass over Miss D.
Oh, yeah.
He gets blocked by Circus in the Ferrari.
We got a race on our hands here.
They're through the final turn, over the bridge, and that race is gonna go to Circus. Jack Mahoney will finish in second, followed by Miss D in third. There's a lot of paint swapping and contact going on after the race. Once again, it's very unnecessary.
Unnecessary, but entertaining.
There's a block going around that turn by Circus. Ends up going in reverse, but look at that pass by Jack Mahoney in the blue Mercedes. Mahoney trying to pass on the outside of this turn here. Once again, a great block by Circus. She was able to see exactly what Jack was trying to do since she was going in reverse.
That's actually a pretty good strategy.
Here we go, final race. Circus has 12, Miss D has 10. The top driver in points will move on. Who's it gonna be?
The Ferrari Circus or Miss D?
It's a close one between Circus and Miss D. Circus takes the lead coming down the off-ramp.
Oh, she's gone now.
Circus with a big lead here. Whoa, spins around.
Here comes Miss D.
Miss D apex with the pass. And race 4 goes to Miss D, followed by Jack Mahoney.
Watch out. Oh.
Again, what is going on down here?
This is the Tournament of Road Rage 3, the Tournament of Road Rage.
And look at that score. Miss D apex will be moving on by 1 point over Circus.
Wow, that's an upset.
If Jack Mahoney hadn't passed up Circus, we would have had a tie, but that 1 point loss is going to send Miss D to the next round.
Well, Circus certainly had the speed, but she also seemed like to spin around a lot.
With a name like Circus, it kind of makes sense.
Do you think she's a clown person?
A clown person?
Yeah, because, spinning circus.
I think they're just called clowns, not clown people.
Pretty sure it's clown person.
Well, either way, Miss D will be moving on to the tournament rounds. Don't go anywhere. Coming up after the break, we got more racing with qualifying Group 12. Welcome back to King of the Mountain. It's time for qualifying group number 12 of tournament number 3. First up in the Buick Regal GNX, we have Farrell Patrick of Farrell Mods.
So he's a wild one.
I guess so. Then we have Craigster Sr. of Hot Nuts Diecast Racing.
Hot Nuts. Get your Hot Nuts here.
What is this show turning into?
Hot Nuts 3, Hot Nuts.
Then we have Baron von Schnell of Couch Potato Racing in the Mercedes-Benz 450.
Oh man, Hot Nuts and couch potatoes, this is gonna be good.
And last up...
Wait a minute, this guy's a legend 3. We got Aaron.
Yes, it's Aaron of 80K Racing in the purple Nissan Skyline R30.
You know, Aaron actually studied under the tutelage of Oshak Hennessy.
You know, I'm hearing sounds come from your mouth, but I have no idea what you're saying.
Don't be churlish, 3.
A close race between Farrell Patrick and Craigster Sr. Craigster takes the lead. Some contact around the corner. Nice handling on that turn. Craigster spins out. Farrell Patrick with the pass. Craigster Sr. trying to get that lead back.
It's an all-out war.
A close one to the finish line. Farrell Patrick slides his way past the finish line with a block maneuver over Craigster Sr. That was quite a battle between those two racers.
I told you, Farrell Patrick is a wild man.
I guess so. Let's see that pass again. Right here, Craigster was in the lead, ends up going sideways. There was a bump from Farrell Patrick, and then he ran with it. Craigster Sr., however, did not give up. You can see him trying to pass on this turn. Farrell Patrick goes for the block. Craigster tries again right here, and then another beautiful block by Farrell Patrick, who so far is showing some great racing instincts out there on the track.
He's got animal instincts, 3. Animal instincts.
Well, whatever it is, it's working so far. Here we go with race 3. Craigster Sr. starting all the way on the left. Craigster currently in the lead. Farrell Patrick gaining in the underpass.
That Buick's pretty fast.
Patrick in the lead. Whoa! Craigster Sr. goes underneath Farrell Patrick's car.
If you can't go around them, go under.
Now Aaron's trying to pass.
This is an all-out slugfest.
Craigster Sr. pulls away at the end. Whoa!
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Okay, I get it. This is going to be one of those type of races.
The amount of collisions that are happening down here at the intersection is just...
And there's another hit from Farrell Patrick.
It's so unnecessary.
I'm just saying I got the fatality button ready, 3D.
Well, thankfully no spectators have been hit, at least not yet. Look at this pass, though, by Craigster Sr. driving underneath Farrell Patrick.
That right there was a thing of beauty.
Aaron also passes up Farrell Patrick, and it was a photo finish for second. Aaron just takes it by a bumper before getting flipped on his head.
I don't know what's going on tonight. Something in the air, something in the water. But there's some wild racing going on here in Race City.
That is for sure. So far, Craigster Sr. is on top of the scoreboard with 8. Farrell Patrick has 7. Aaron has 5. And Baron von Schnell has 2.
Hey, at least von Schnell is making it to the finish line.
Farrell Patrick taking the lead in race 3. Side by side now with Craigster Sr. Farrell Patrick with a hard block. Aaron gets into the back end of Craigster Sr.
It's another battle to the finish.
Craigster Sr. trying to gain on Farrell Patrick. But Farrell Patrick will run away with it all the way to the line to take his second win of the night. Whoa!
Almost took out some spectators there.
What's he even trying to do?
I told you from the beginning, Farrell Patrick is wild.
You are certainly right about that. Look at this exchange here. Farrell Patrick blocking around the corner. That is a technique that's definitely worked out in Patrick's favor here tonight.
Hey, if you can't beat him, block him.
Well, he's beating him by blocking him.
That's what I said.
Very close scores going into the 4th and final race. Farrell Patrick has 12. Craigster Sr. has 11. Farrell Patrick will be starting in lane 2. Craigster Sr. in lane 3. Will it be the Buick or the Camaro?
Go, Craigster Sr., get those hot nuts.
Here we go. It all comes down to this. It's a close race so far. Farrell Patrick down the off-ramp, first into the turn.
Step on it, Craigster.
Look at that beautiful drift around the corner. Craigster Sr. close behind. Farrell Patrick bouncing off the wall.
Go for the pass.
And Farrell Patrick. Whoa. Oh, for the love of... He hit the camera.
I think there's bigger things to worry about than the camera.
Hit the button.
What?
Hit the button.
Are you serious?
Yes, hit the button.
Fatality. Finish him.
That might have been somewhat of an overreaction.
Do you know how expensive those cameras are?
I'm sure they're quite a bit.
Cameras can't sign waivers, 2D.
Well, what about insurance?
You know we don't believe in insurance around here.
Oh, that's right. We
put our trust in the waiver. Well, that bill's going to go to Farrell Patrick or Baron von Schnell or whoever hit it.
I think it was Baron von Schnitzel.
Can you tell Steve to get an invoice ready? Thanks. Well, that was certainly some chaotic racing tonight.
Hey, that race was like some hot nuts.
Miss D and Farrell Patrick will be moving on to the next round. Miss D currently qualified in 3rd place with a track time of 14.74 seconds.
She's right up there with Arlo and Big Six.
Welcome back to the 3D Botmaker Diecast Racing League, King of the Mountain.
Let's go.
First up, we have Dr. John of Jack, John, and Katie Racing.
Okay, that's not a Firebird.
No, it's a Mustang SVO.
Then why is the symbol on the hood?
I don't know, but next up we have Juan Claude Damned Cat driving in the Toyota MR2.
So Juan clawed a cat?
It was a damned cat.
Got it.
Then we have Banniger Lynx in the Ford Sierra Cosworth.
Lynx comes to us from San Francisco.
A fellow Californian there. And last up,
Let me do this one. It's Caleb Laserwolf of Nerd Punk Racing.
Laserwolf driving a convertible C4 Corvette.
Now that is a legendary name if I ever heard one. Caleb Laserwolf. Wow.
Looks like he's ready for space.
May the force of gravity be with you, Caleb. May the force be with you.
Here we go. They're off for race 1. Dr. John and Banniger Lynx out in front. Dr. John first down the off-ramp. Juan passes up Lynx to move into second.
Come on, Juan. Take out Dr. John.
It's a close race around the corner. They're headed through the final turn. And Dr. John, whoa! Juan Claude gets the pass!
There we go. That's what I'm talking about right there.
And the win goes to Juan Claude Damned Cat.
Make him pay, Juan. Make him pay. That car of Dr. John is absolutely a blasphemy. The Trans Am logo is a symbol of prestige and power and should never be on a Mustang, ever.
I guess in Dr. John's defense, the Mustang did race in the Trans Am series.
Don't try to defend this piece of trash, okay?
Okay, that's uncalled for.
The Screaming Chicken belongs on a Pontiac. Pontiac.
Okay, this is coming from the guy who put a Ferrari logo on a Pontiac Fiero.
Bestowing a great honor upon the Ferrari logo.
Look, if that's how Dr. John wants to roll, that's how Dr. John's gonna roll.
He's rolling in shame.
That's 1 win so far for Juan. He'll be starting this race in lane 1 in the white Toyota MR2.
Do it again, Juan. Do it again.
Juan and Banniger side by side. Dr. John advancing on the bottom lane. Banniger Lynx trying to pass Dr. John.
Come on, take him out. I got the fatality button ready.
A lot of swerving there by Dr. John. That's really going to slow him down in the times.
Let's go, Lynx.
There's more contact in the parking garage. And this time, Dr. John will hold him off to take the win. Banniger Lynx comes in second. Hold on, we're getting a message right now from the comment section.
Oh, is this live?
Okay, apparently it's Banniger Lynx, not Banniger.
Banniger.
According to the English dub, yes.
Banana Lynx.
No, that's not right.
Okay, but what's going on with my boy Caleb Laserwolf?
I don't know, but something suspicious is going on over there in that parking garage. That's all I'm saying.
You think it's weed?
I don't know. I'm not throwing out any accusations here. I'm just... Something is suspicious.
Well, I don't know either. I just heard some rumors.
Well, Caleb Laserwolf just needs to focus on making it to the finish line. Here we go with race 2. Dr. John currently in the lead by 1 point. over Juan Claude.
Help us, Juan Claude. You're our only hope.
Dr. John once again taking the lead on the bottom lane. Juan Claude in pursuit. It's a close race here as the MR2 chases down the Mustang.
Let's go, Juan.
Dr. John now stretching that lead out, going through the final turn. And this is going to be an easy win for Dr. John in the Ford Mustang SVO Trans Am Edition.
3D, come on.
Relax, relax. And there goes Caleb Laserwolf once again in that same garage. Notice how he's hiding behind the pillar?
Yeah, that is suspicious.
I'm telling you, something is going on back there.
He might be dealing in that Wookiee.
Wookiee?
Isn't that what the kids call it nowadays?
I have no idea what you're even talking about here.
You know, a little Wookiee, TIE Fighter, Imperial Cruiser, get the metachlorians flowing.
It just sounds like you're naming random things from Star Wars.
Popping a little Darth Maul with some Sidious.
Okay, you're definitely making this up.
Gotta get that Wampa.
Here we go with the last race. Dr. John on top with 13. Juan Claude has 10. Juan definitely has a chance here, but he's gonna need to get around that Mustang of Dr. John. Juan Claude and Dr. John out in front. Dr. John takes the lead coming down the off-ramp. There was some contact back there between Juan Claude and Benager Lynx.
Come on, Juan, claw that damn cat.
Dr. John through the final turn. And this race will go to Dr. John in the Trans Am SVO.
It's not a Trans Am 3D, it's a Mustang.
I apologize, that was a Freudian slip. That means Dr. John will be advancing on.
Wait a minute. We got ourselves a
Dirty Sweep.
You smoking that Wookiee?
I think someone should notify the authorities.
Come on, 3D, don't be a narc.
Well, congratulations to Caleb Laserwolf for joining the Dirty Sweep Club with 4 DNFs in a row.
He didn't come to race. He came to go to outer space.
To infinity and beyond.
That's Toy Story.
Anyways, Dr. John in the Ford Mustang SVO will be moving on to the tournament rounds. Don't go anywhere. Coming up after the break, we've got more racing with qualifying group number 14.
Steve, you know all about that Wookiee, don't you?
Nah, man, I don't know
We're
about
live on the
that.
air, guys. Welcome back to King of the Mountain. It is time for qualifying Group 14. We've got Fukai in the Nissan Skyline R30.
You gonna try that last name?
Nope.
Well, next up we have Tom Bonham in the Ford Escort Mark II.
He's driving for Bongo Diecast Motorsports.
And then in the orange Audi Sport Quattro, it's none other than Papa Pugsley.
Papa Pugsley in the house.
Papa, don't take no mess.
And last up, we have quite a treat here. It's Blank.
Blank.
Yeah, but the car is a Toyota Tercel.
Did they just forget to put a name down?
It's written on top of the car, BLNK.
Just blank.
Yeah, Blank.
Huh.
Anyways, here we go with the first of 4 races. One of these drivers will join Dr. John in the tournament rounds. Papa Pugsley out in front gets passed up by Tom Bonham. Fukai also passing up Papa Pugsley now in second place. Tom Bonham with a very large lead here. This will be an easy win as Tom Bonham passes the finish line.
Whoa, there goes Papa Pugsley.
Oh, and we got contact at the intersection. The hits keep on rolling after the race, but it's great to see everyone make it past the finish line this time.
Yeah, but there go chances of a double dirty sweep.
It's a stupid award anyways.
How dare you, 3D? The fans love it.
Do they really?
Hashtag dirty sweep in the comments if you love a good dirty sweep.
I just feel like we're rewarding the wrong thing.
Consistency. We're rewarding consistency.
Yeah, but consistency is only a good attribute if you're good at something.
You could be good at failing.
I suppose. Here we go with race 2. Tom Bonham starting in lane 1, Papa Pugsley in lane 2 in the orange Audi. Right now, he's Audi in front.
Oh, 3D.
Fukai currently in second, followed by Tom Bonham. It's a close race. Fukai looking to pass around the corner, gets blocked by Papa Pugsley.
Don't take no mess, Papa Pugsley.
Fukai creeping on the side, but whoa!
Oh man, Papa was a rolling stone.
That was Tom Bonham who rolled it, but Papa Pugsley takes the win. Oh, come on.
I think his brakes might be out.
Well, Blank needs to get that checked out. But Papa Pugsley wins that race over Fukai. Here's a look at the replay. Fukai in the silver Nissan Skyline trying to make the pass around the turn. Papa Pugsley shuts the door on him, but you can see Fukai doesn't give up, stays on the tail of that Audi, and then starts creeping up on Papa Pugsley's left side right here. But Papa Pugsley had just enough speed to hold him off.
That was a hard slam for Tom Bonham.
Tom Bonham now tied with Papa Pugsley. Both drivers have 7 points each. Fukai 1 point behind with 6, and Blank has 2.
Just 2?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's a close race so far. Tom Bonham gaining on the outside in that Ford Escort. Papa Pugsley passes up Fukai to move into second. Can he catch up to Tom Bonham?
Oh, no, he spun out.
That's going to leave Tom Bonham with a huge lead, and he will cruise his way past the finish line to take his second win of the night.
Here comes Papa Pugsley rolling in reverse.
And here comes Blank to take third. What happened to Fukai?
Oh, no, the Wookiees got to him, too.
Okay, what is going on behind these pillars?
He might be dealing with that Rancor.
The what?
Sniffing that Sarlacc.
There's no such thing as a Sarlacc.
Explain that to Boba Fett.
We need some kind of investigation.
You do know what snitches get, right?
It can be an internal investigation. We can do it ourselves.
3D.
What?
Are you trying to Jabba the Hutt?
No, I don't know what any of this means.
Okay, well, you don't have to be a Count Dooku.
Whatever. Here we go. Fourth and final race. Tom Bonham has 12. Papa Pugsley has 10. Tom Bonham in the white Ford Escort. Papa Pugsley in the orange Audi Sport Quattro. Which one will take it and move on to the tournament rounds?
Come on, Papa Pugsley's got a brand new bag.
Fukai moves into first, followed by Papa Pugsley. Tom Bonham currently back in third.
It's a little too late for Fukai to be making moves out there.
Fukai has no chance of moving on, but here comes Pugsley trying to make the pass, but cannot get it before. Whoa!
Oh no, Papa, don't go.
Before the finish line. And the winner is going to be Tom Bonham by 1 point. 14 points to Papa Pugsley's 13. A very narrow finish and win there for Tom Bonham.
It's a sad day for pugs around the world, but respect to Papa Pugsley for putting on a great show out there tonight.
So there you have it. Tom Bonham will be joining Dr. John in the tournament rounds. Dr. John currently qualified in 8th place with a time of 15.26. Tom Bonham currently in 12th with 16.14. There are only 2 spots left before the tournament rounds begin.
Oh, it's about to go down.
Welcome back to King of the Mountain Season 4, Tournament 3. It's time for the final 2 qualifying groups.
First up, we have David, a.k.a. Pepsi Man of Dave's Custom Garage, driving in that wonderful Ford Mustang SVO.
Then next to him, we have Bay City Daryl of Bay City Diecast Racing in the Toyota Supra.
Now we're moving on to the midlife crisis side.
Oh boy.
We have Bro Montana of Broder Sports Inc. in the Chevy Corvette.
And last up,
you okay?
what the hell is that?
Something clearly went very wrong here.
It's Tim Green and...
It's a Corvette.
Whatever that is.
It says it's a Corvette.
What did they do? More importantly, why?
You know, sometimes you start off a project with a really great idea in your mind, and then you do it, and it turns into that.
I feel like they were trying to go for, like, the Darth Vader helmet theme.
Oh, okay. I was thinking of a turtle.
Maybe if it was green.
You know, turtles can be black.
Some contact there as Tim Green runs into the Pepsi Man. Bay City Daryl out in front. Dave, the Pepsi Man, going in reverse, chasing down Bay City Daryl.
Oh boy, he's going backwards. This can't be good.
It's a race to the finish, and Bay City Daryl just barely holds off David, the Pepsi Man, right at the finish line. And it looks like Bro Montana gets hung up with Tim Green.
You know, you may be right. I'm sensing a little bit of the dark side on this Tim Green guy.
Right? The red stripes on the side, red lightsaber.
I'm starting to see it.
And then look at the way he spins out Dave, the Pepsi Man, and then he goes on to sabotage Bro Montana.
We're definitely dealing with a Sith here. The question is, where's the other one?
Oh, that's right, the rule of 2.
And is Tim Green the apprentice or the master?
He's definitely not the master.
No, I don't think so.
So far, that's 5 points for Bay City Daryl. David, a.k.a. Pepsi Man, has 3. Bro Montana and Tim Green both have 0.
That's just the way a Sith would like it.
Here we go with race 2. Bay City Daryl out in front. The Pepsi Man now gaining on the outside. Daryl beats him into the turn.
Don't let him pass you, Daryl.
Dave, the Pepsi Man, trying to catch up to Daryl. So far, Daryl is outpacing him.
Go, Daryl, go.
Daryl over the bridge, and he will take his second win of the night. Dave, the Pepsi Man. Whoa!
Well, we got ourselves a
Fatality. Finish him.
And of course, it had to involve a Mustang.
Well, you know, I get complaints from people in the comments saying that they're tired of me hating on Mustangs. So I'm not going to say anything negative here, but they say a picture is worth 1,000 words. And I think this picture is speaking for itself.
Well, I'll say it for you. I think the Mustangs have the highest body count here on King of the Mountain.
3D.
There.
We don't want to be biased here.
We need to run the numbers. I'm sure it's true.
Bay City Daryl was involved on this one.
Yeah, but it was Dave that hit the spectators.
Remember now, Mustangs don't kill people. People who drive Mustangs
kill people.
Hey, you said it, not me.
You were gonna say it.
Oh, no, not me.
And you know, I'm gonna be a little controversial here, but I don't like Pepsi.
3D.
Always Coca-Cola. Come at me, bro.
Okay, what's gotten into you tonight?
I'm fine. Here we go with race 3. Bro Montana and Tim Green taking the highway. Bay City Daryl with the lead over Dave, the Pepsi Man. Dave gets violently cut off by Tim Green.
Watch out, there's a Sith on your back.
Tim Green with the aggressive driving here. Bay City Daryl running for his life.
This is intense.
And Bay City Daryl will take his third win in a row. That's going to secure his spot in the next round. And with 3 wins in a row, he now has a chance to join the Clean Sweep Club.
Oh yeah, go Bay City Daryl.
Here's the replay. Keep your eye on the black car of Tim Green. Right here, cuts off Dave, the Pepsi Man. Almost caused him to wreck. Then he went and tried to bump Daryl out of the way. That's when Bay City Daryl stepped on the gas, got some distance, and took it all the way to the finish line.
Bay City Daryl making the Bay proud tonight.
Here we go with race 4. Can Bay City Daryl join the Clean Sweep Club with 4 wins in a row?
You got this, Daryl.
We are about to find out. Daryl starting in lane 3.
Do it for the Bay.
Here we go. They are off. Daryl on the bottom lane in the lead. I think he's got this one in the bag. Wait a minute, it's Dave the Pepsi Man to pass.
Come on, Daryl.
They're swapping some serious
Yes.
paint. Daryl takes the lead back.
Go, Daryl, go.
Take that, Pepsi.
He just told Dave to have a Coke and a smile.
Daryl through the final turn. And Bay City Daryl does it. He gets a clean sweep.
Ooh, that's squeaky clean.
Way to go, Bay City Daryl.
That's how you get it done.
Here comes Tim Green. And we're waiting on Dave, a.k.a. the Pepsi Man.
A very slow finish there. Okay, you know, I'm calling for an investigation here in the parking garage. There is something going on behind those columns.
Now Bro Montana's involved too. This is bad.
I would have expected that from Tim Green, but not Bro Montana.
There's definitely something back there.
Whatever it is something sinister, something dark. There's something they're trying to hide from us, man.
Could it be?
No, not that. You think?
It could be.
Well, anyways, congratulations to Bay City Daryl. He'll be moving on to the tournament rounds. Don't go anywhere. Coming up after the break, we've got our final qualifying group of tournament number 3.
Every year, an unspecified number of spectators are struck down by Mustangs. Don't be a victim. Always stay 6 cars away from any Mustang you see on the road. And remember, friends don't let friends drive Mustangs.
This ad was paid for by 2D and does not reflect the opinions or beliefs of the 3D Bot Maker channel.
Welcome back. Let's check out our final qualifying group. Up first is Mr. Dark of Dubious Diecast Dark Arts in the Audi Sport Quattro.
The dark side really representing tonight.
Then we have Birdie Jean.
She's not my lover.
I wasn't going to say that she was.
I just wanted that to be clear.
Okay, she's in a Mazda RX-7.
The kid is not my son, okay?
Okay, that makes me think that she is your lover.
Hey, up next we have Wally Champ in the Monte Carlo SS.
And finally, our last driver of the night is Blaze Foley
Or Folly.
of the Pink Tacos Racing Team in the Buick Regal. There's one spot left to get into tournament number 3. Which one of these drivers is going to take it?
We got Dark, Birdie, Blaze, and Wally.
And we're go for green for race 1. Mr. Dark starting things out in front. Birdie Jean currently in second. They're through the first big turn. Some contact there. Birdie Jean spins out. Mr. Dark bouncing off the walls.
He's certainly not the cleanest racer.
That's going to slow him down, but he's still way out in front. And he will take the win on race 1, followed by Birdie Jean. Here goes Blaze. Whoa! Clips the back end of Mr. Dark's car.
A dirty move from Blaze.
You know what? Maybe that will knock his car back in alignment.
My mama told me a wreck can be a blessing in disguise.
Your mom really told you that?
Hey, that's how she met Randy.
Let's take a look at the replay. It was a close race into the first 180. Right here, there's some contact between Birdie Jean and Mr. Dark. Then Birdie Jean slides sideways, giving Mr. Dark plenty of space to take it all the way to the line. Here we go, they're lined up for race 2. Mr. Dark currently on top with 5. Birdie Jean has 3. Blaze Foley has 2. And Wally Champ has a DNF.
Come on, let's go, champ.
Here we go, they're off for race 2. Birdie Jean in front, but Mr. Dark takes over.
Mr. Dark looking fast.
Birdie Jean once again in second place, trying to catch up to Mr. Dark. Mr. Dark slides. Jean going for the pass, gets blocked.
Haha. How's that feel to get blocked, Birdie Jean?
Okay, was there something between you and Birdie Jean?
Nope.
Well, Mr. Dark will take the win, followed by Birdie Jean.
Whoa!
Jeez.
Here we go.
Oh my God, you killed Kid.
Fatality. Finish him.
Blaze Foley with a massacre down here at the finish line.
I think Blaze is winning tonight for most fatalities.
What even happened? I mean, no one was even near him. Here's the replay. Hits the curb, bounces to the other side of the street, then bounces back, flips over the curb, onto several spectators.
I think Blaze needs to change his last name from Foley to Folly.
Well, thoughts and waivers to all the spectators involved in that. You know, they don't call it the splash zone for nothing.
Hey, you gotta know what you're getting into.
It's in the waiver.
Yes, it is.
Okay, here we go with race 3. Mr. Dark has 10. Birdie Jean has 6. Blaze Foley has 3. And Wally Champ has 2.
So much for being a champ.
Here we go. Mr. Dark once again out in lead, followed by Birdie Jean. Birdie Jean trying all night to get past Mr. Dark. So far, she has been unsuccessful. Mr. Dark dominating this. Whoa!
Okay, now he's just showing off.
Mr. Dark spins around, going in reverse on purpose, it seems. And he will take his 3rd win as he watches Birdie Jean come in 2nd.
Those guys just passed out.
Whoa, here comes Wally Champ tumbling in.
Okay, they're just going wild out there.
Luckily, no one is hit. We are missing Blaze Foley. Blaze parked over by the garage, not inside, but it's still somewhat suspicious.
Is Blaze dropping off or picking up?
The first name is Blaze after all.
Yep.
And right there, Mr. Dark showing off, spins his car around to watch the rest of the pack eat his dust as he drives in reverse all the way to the finish line. He has 3 wins. Can he get one more to have our 2nd clean sweep of the night?
As long as Birdie Jean doesn't mess it up for him and ruin his life.
It sounds like you're speaking from experience.
I told you, I don't know Birdie Jean.
I think you might be confused with Billie Jean.
Oh, well, I do know a Billie Jean.
Okay, well, there you go.
We were lovers.
Mr. Dark back out in the lead. Can he keep Birdie Jean off of his tail?
Was that a rhetorical question?
Yeah, clearly he can. Mr. Dark with 1 turn left. And this race is over with a clean sweep.
He got that thing shining.
Oh, goodness.
Not only a clean sweep, we also have...
Hold on, Tootie. We already hit our 1 per race quota, so we're just going to clean sweep this one under the rug.
I thought a guy fell, though.
No, the photographer's just getting a more dramatic angle of the Blue RX-7 in the parking lot.
So that's how they get those shots.
A dominant performance by Mr. Dark as he jumps over the curb to join the fans as he clean sweeps his way into the tournament. Let's take a look at the bracket going into tournament number 3. We've got 4 Mustangs qualified for the tournament.
Well, that's going to be fun. And if you count all the other Fords, it's 7 Fords in this tournament.
4 definitely representing in tournament number 3. There's also 2 Ferraris, 2 Mazdas, a Buick, a Honda, and a Pontiac Banshee.
At least there's 1 Pontiac.
Welcome back to King of the Mountain. It is time for the tournament round.
Let the racing begin.
First up, we have our top qualifier, Arlo of Arlo Racing, driving in the Ford Sierra Cosworth.
Tournament 3 record holder right there.
Then next to him, it's Don Wonders of Pikes Peak Diecast Racing in the Ford Mustang SVO.
Here comes the abomination.
Then we've got Dr. John of Jack John and Katie Racing in the Ford Mustang SVO.
And he still has that decal on the hood.
Oh, get over it already.
I will not.
And last up is Xander Kai of Sandwright and Sons, driving in the Honda CRX.
So 3 Fords and a Honda enter a race. What happens next?
Well, they race.
Let the fatalities begin.
Look, these guys are professionals. They are the top 16 drivers out of 64. I expect to see some fast, clean racing here tonight.
So naive, 3. So naive.
Right now, it's Dr. John out in front. Pulls ahead of Arlo. I did not expect to see that. Arlo in second, trying to catch up to Dr. John. I don't think he's used to being in second place. Gaining slightly into the garage, but Dr. John is going to hold him off to take the first race.
Well, that's both a surprise and a disappointment. Dr. John really should be banned from the race for having the screaming chicken on his car.
It's just a decal.
It's a sacred symbol of the Trans Am 3D.
Pontiac isn't even around anymore. Get over it.
How could you, 3?
What?
How could you?
It's true.
You of all people.
Look, it's time for us to move on.
I don't want to move on.
It's time to heal.
We should both get screaming chicken tattoos.
What? No.
Come on.
You're complaining that logo should stay on the car, and now you want to put it on your arm or something?
There's nothing wrong with a little Trans Am tramp stamp.
Okay, you've gone too far now.
So you'll think about it.
Absolutely not. Did you ever even own a Pontiac?
Not exactly.
But you did own a Mustang.
I don't know if owned is the right word.
You see how ridiculous that is? Arlo pulls out in front this time. Dr. John following in second place. Arlo really hitting the gas here in this one. This is going to be a fast time. 14.3. Wow. Whoa.
Arlo really put down the hammer in that one.
Arlo currently holds the Tournament 3 track time record at 14 flat, but that 14.3 was still faster than any of the other qualifiers in this tournament so far.
That's what made that first race a little surprising that Dr. John was able to actually catch up and beat him.
Well, he beat him into the merge, but I think you'll see here that Arlo is such a clean driver. He really starts gaining in speed here on the open track as you see that gap between him and second place get bigger and bigger. Arlo currently tied with Dr. John. Both drivers have 8. Xander Kai has 4, and Don Wonders has 2.
A slow start for Don Wonders.
Yeah, a little surprising. He actually clean sweep the qualifying round with a 15.21.
Well, now he's racing with the big boys who get 14.3.
Dr. John trying to pass Arlo, gets sideswiped by Xander Kai. This is the part where Arlo really hits the gas.
That car is a rocket ship, 3D.
Yeah, once he's in this mode, there's no stopping Arlo. He's got that one, 15.05. That will put whoa!
There we go. Bring on the mayhem.
A large collision down here at the finish line. Luckily, everyone stayed on the road.
Well, not everyone.
Close enough for Don Wonders, although his rear tire is very close to that baby.
Who's bringing a baby out to the race?
There's nothing wrong with the parent bringing their newborn child out to the race as long as they sign a waiver and get them interested in the sport and the hobby at an early age. Who knows, maybe one day that baby will be a future king of the mountain.
That baby is a future fatality waiting to happen.
2D.
What?
That is uncalled for, and you owe that father an apology.
I'm just keeping it real, okay?
Whatever. Here we go with the fourth and final race. The top two drivers advance on to the semifinals, and that is going to be Arlo and Dr. John, because Xander Kai and Don Wonders just
suck.
No, I wasn't going to say.
They're slow. They have no points. It's okay to say the truth, Rudy. It's okay.
They don't have enough points to move on.
Because they suck.
Dr. John gets spun around after making contact with Arlo. Arlo getting a little loose there, hits the side wall. Arlo still with a massive lead going through the final turn. Xander Kai in second, and Arlo will take the win, followed by Xander Kai. Here comes Dr. John and Don Wonders. Arlo wins 3 out of the 4 races tonight. Dr. John wins 1, and those will be your 2 moving on to the semifinal round of Tournament 3.
You know, as much as I hate to say it, and I really do hate to say it, Dr. John was pretty competitive out there in the SVO. He was able to keep up with Arlo up to that first big turn. If his overall driving was a little better, he might have even beat him a second time.
Here's the current bracket so far. Don't go anywhere. We've got more racing coming up after the break. Daddy G, Rowan, Ice Bear Josh S, and Tom Bonham will be taking the track. Welcome back. It's time for our second race. Up first, it's Daddy G of G4 Diecast Racing, driving in the Ferrari Testarossa.
And we've got another Ferrari driver. It's Rowan of Uncle Elvis Racing, driving in the Ferrari F40.
Next to them in the blue, Mazda Savannah RX-7 FC3S. It's Ice Bear Josh S of 525 Motorsports.
Then last up we have Tom Bonham.
It's Bonham.
That's what I said. Tom Bonham of Bongo Diecast Motorsports in the Ford Escort Mark II.
2 Ferraris, a Mazda, and a Ford.
Too many F cars if you ask me.
Daddy G, the top qualifier of this group, he qualified with a time of 14.8. Rowan, however, not far behind. He qualified with a 14.99. Right now it's the 2 Ferraris out in front. Rowan takes the lead over Daddy G. It's the F40 versus the Testarossa. Daddy G was hanging in there but falls behind. Can he catch up with him over the bridge? Rowan hits the side, and Rowan will take the win on race 1, followed by Daddy G, Ice Bear Josh S, and Tom Bonham pulls in last place.
That baby really has some front row action over there, doesn't he?
He arguably has the best seat in the house. Here's that replay of Rowan taking that first win. A very close race, though, between him and Daddy G. These 2 Ferraris seem very well matched. Here we go with race 2. This time Rowan starting in lane 1. Daddy G on the far right in lane 4.
Some have suggested lane 4 is the fast lane.
You know, it's hard for me to tell. Some of these cars are just so much faster than the other ones. Let's see how it plays out in this race. Rowan out in front. Daddy G getting on the bottom. Both Ferraris side by side. Rowan pulls ahead. A lot of contact around that turn. Daddy G now chasing down Rowan. Gains on him into the garage, hits him from behind, and Rowan will take his second win of the night. Whoa! Followed violently by Daddy G as Ice Bear Josh takes 3rd and Tom Bonham takes 4th.
Why is Tom Bonham even here?
Because he won his qualifying bracket. That's how it works.
Well, these Ferrari boys are making him look extra slow.
Here's the action into that first 180. Rowan taking advantage of being on the inside, pushes Daddy G into the wall.
It's like he cut him off and then just got a burst of speed.
It is impressive how well Daddy G was able to catch up to him, though, with that big of a gap between the 2 cars. Rowan currently sitting on top with 10 points. Daddy G has 6. Ice Bear Josh has 4 and is starting on the inside lane. The 2 Ferraris taking the bottom lanes this time. They're pretty much side by side here. Rowan slightly ahead. More contact in that corner as usual. Daddy G spins around along with Tom Bonham. That leaves Rowan with no one on the track contesting him, and that will be an easy win. 15.54 second time for Rowan. Daddy G finishes the race in reverse. And it appears we have a DNF. Wait a minute, no. Here comes Tom Bonham.
Tom Bonham with the slowest finish of the night.
And that's a DNF for Ice Bear Josh S. He stopped over by the Fujiwara Tofu Shop. Tom Bonham now tied with Ice Bear Josh S.
They're tied for losing.
Well, hold on there. Technically, if they can win a race
yeah, right.
and Daddy G gets a DNF,
Go on.
they could tie Daddy G for second.
I really love your hyper-optimistical mathematics there, but it ain't happening, buddy.
It's a long shot for sure.
It's a lottery shot. That's what it is.
But look at that. 3 wins in a row for Rowan. If he wins this one, we will have ourselves a clean sweep in the tournament rounds.
Okay, well, let's go, Rowan.
The Ferrari's once again out in front. Tom Bonham falls back to last place.
He knows his lane.
Daddy G pulls out in front of Rowan, and then Rowan gets passed by Ice Bear Josh S. somehow. I think Rowan moved back into second, and Daddy G will take the win on the 4th and final race. Rowan comes in second. Here comes Ice Bear Josh S. to
That's going to leave a dent.
slam his way into third. So there will be no clean sweep for Rowan, but he will be moving on with Daddy G to the semifinal round.
A dominant race tonight by the Ferrari boys.
And there goes Tom Bonham.
What is he doing here, 3D? What is he doing?
I think he recognized that the race was over, so you might as well get some tofu.
Well, you can't fault the guy for that.
You got to pick your battles.
Hey, I might go join him myself.
A very tight race between the two Ferraris tonight. Daddy G finally managed to get in front of Rowan on that last race to take the win. Here is the tournament bracket so far. Arlo, Dr. John, Rowan, and Daddy G will all be competing in the semifinal round.
So we got a real Ford versus Ferrari situation on our hands.
Yes, we do. Coming up next time, it's going to be Big Six. Giorgio, Farrell Patrick, N-Count, Misty Apex, Mr. Dark, Roxanne Letterman, and Bay City Daryl. It's time for the second half of the first round.
Let's go.
First up in the Big Blue Mustang, it's Big Six of Blue Line Racing.
Big Six is fast, and that car is a beast.
Definitely. Then next to him, we have Giorgio of G-Force Racing driving the Ford Sierra Cosworth.
Okay, now we got all the Fords out of the way.
At least for this race.
Oh boy.
Then we have Farrell Patrick of Farrell Mods driving in the Buick Regal GNX.
This last one here is a real treat. We got the Pontiac Banshee.
Yes, we do. It's driven by N-Count of Chase Family Racing.
Go Banshee, go.
As usual, the drivers will compete in 4 races. The top 2 in points will advance on to the next round.
So you ain't got to be first.
No, but you can't be last.
Or second to last.
Correct.
Because if you ain't first or a second,
just don't.
You're last.
Okay, now you're going to confuse somebody.
I think they got it 3D.
There goes Big Six passing up Farrell Patrick. Big Six, the number 2 qualifier entering into this tournament, qualified with a time of 14.55 seconds.
Let's see what he gets here.
Whoa, 14.6. Just about what he got in qualifying.
Big Six did not come to play tonight.
And there goes N-Count in the Pontiac Banshee up on the curb, and he's uncomfortably close to that baby.
That baby's still out there?
Yes, the baby and his father are usuals here at King of the Mountain. We have checked, and the father has signed a waiver for his child, so for all those who are watching and concerned, the baby and his father are completely covered.
Well, that's reassuring, I guess.
Well, I certainly felt better about the whole situation, so. This time we got Giorgio starting on the left in lane 1, Big Six all the way on the right in lane 4. And they're off. Giorgio and Farrell Patrick taking the highway. Big Six on the bottom, moving ahead. Farrell Patrick right on the heels of Big Six. Six slams into the wall. He's having trouble here.
Wow, a mistake by Big Six.
Another hit into the wall. Farrell Patrick gaining on him. It's a 4-car race over the bridge. Whoa!
I guess somebody likes their Buicks over hard.
A massive crash down at the intersection. Farrell Patrick's upside down. Giorgio is on his side. And amazingly, no spectators were hit at all.
That is surprising with a Mustang and a Ford Sierra Cosworth on the track.
Well, Blue Line had nothing to do with that wreck at all. You can see there, wow, how many spins was that?
Farrell Patrick was like an Olympic gymnast.
Right there, Farrell Patrick gets sideways, gets pushed past the line by Giorgio and N-Count. You know, if there were style points for wrecking, Farrell Patrick just scored a 10 out of 10.
That might be a good idea, Rudy.
And I was just joking.
We should reward a good wreck.
We actually want to discourage wrecking in favor of good, clean racing.
Who wants good, clean racing?
It's all about speed, who can get to the line the fastest.
And then they can wreck once they finish doing that.
Well, that is usually what happens. Big Six still bouncing around out there. Farrell Patrick spins out, and this will be an easy win for Big Six. One more, and he's going to clean sweep the first round of the tournament.
Who knows? He may clean sweep this entire thing.
Oh, and there goes your wreck after the finish line.
I give that one like a 3 out of 10.
Okay, what did I start here? We're not going to score the wrecks, okay?
Well, you got to score one.
Okay, and now we're even, so no more scoring.
Oh, no, not the Banshee.
Where is End Count parked at?
I think he's trying to get some car care at the car care center.
Well, he should have did that before the race.
You know, 3D, if there's something wrong with your vehicle, you shouldn't put it off. Get it taken care of right away. That's what End Count's doing. He's doing the responsible thing.
Well, his responsible thing is going to cost him the race. Although, technically, he could still tie for second.
Keep hope alive, 3D. Keep hope alive.
This is it, the fourth and final race. Big Six has 15. He's moving on. Farrell Patrick has 8. Giorgio has 6. And End Count has 3. Which driver will join Big Six in the semifinal round?
Come on, you can do it, End Count.
Big Six just crushing the competition out there. Look at Farrell Patrick trying to pass. It's nice to see a challenge out there for Big Six. Can he catch him before the line? No, Big Six pulls away.
Hey,
and we got a clean sweep.
Ooh, that's clean.
Along with a demolition derby.
that's what I'm talking about. Clean racing like you wanted, and cars smashing each other like I wanted.
I guess it truly is the best of both worlds.
Yes, it is.
So Big Six will be moving on to the semifinals along with Farrell Patrick in the Buick Regal GNX. That last race was actually competitive. Farrell Patrick giving Big Six a run for his money. And there's the bracket for the tournament. Big Six remains undefeated so far in this tournament.
I know the Mustang fans must be celebrating out there.
I'm sure they are. Don't go anywhere. Coming up after the break, we got Misty Apex, Mr. Dark, Roxanne Letterman, and Bay City Daryl taking the track.
That right there is art in motion that should be hanging on a wall over in some fancy museum in some place in Europe.
Welcome back. Here we go with our final group of the first round of the tournament. We've got Misty Apex driving in the Ford Sierra Cosworth. Misty driving for Variant Skunk Works.
Then he's dark. He's mysterious. It's Mr. Dark of dubious Diecast Racing in the Audi Sport Quattro.
He dabbles in the dark arts of diecast racing.
Then we got All She Wanna Do Is Party All Night, Roxanne Letterman of Rotary Riots in the Mazda RX-7.
And last up, representing for the Bay,
The 415,
we got Bay City Daryl
Big Daryl.
of Bay City Diecast Racing.
Do it for the Bay, Daryl. Do it for the Bay.
2 spots left in the semifinals. Which 2 drivers are going to take them?
I'm cheering for my boy Daryl.
Here we go with the first of 4 races. Mr. Dark and Bay City Daryl both had clean sweeps in the qualifying round. Will either of them keep their undefeated record going on to the semifinals? Mr. Dark out front.
Down goes Bay City Daryl.
I must have missed that. Misty Apex with the pass over Mr. Dark.
She is flying down the track.
And race 1 is going to go to Misty Apex. Followed by Mr. Dark going in reverse. Roxanne Letterman. And whoa, Mr. Dark popped up on the curb. Once again, very close to that baby.
You would think the father would move by now.
You gotta really immerse kids into different experiences, you know?
I think that's called child endangerment, isn't
It's
it?
not endangerment if they signed a waiver.
Is that really how it works?
Hey, Steve, your brother-in-law is a lawyer, right? That's how it works, isn't it?
He's kind of a lawyer.
Yeah, see, that's how it works.
Because Steve's brother-in-law is kind of a lawyer?
Law is a complicated thing, Tootie, okay? Look at this pass right here. Mr. Dark spins out. Misty Apex, capitalizing on that mistake, flies past Mr. Dark and takes it all the way to the finish line to win race 1. That's 5 on the board for Misty Apex, 3 for Mr. Dark, 2 for Roxanne Letterman, and Bay City Daryl.
He's just getting started, 3D. Just getting started.
Okay, we're going to stay positive for Bay City Daryl.
That's right. Keep hope alive.
A close group right here. Bay City Daryl in the lead. Misty Apex now pulling ahead. Daryl in second place. And he gets passed up by Roxanne Letterman in the yellow Mazda.
Come on, Daryl.
Misty Apex once again way out in front. And this one's going to be Misty Apex followed by Roxanne. Mr. Dark takes third. And we're waiting for Bay City Daryl.
He's not coming, is he?
No, he's not.
Damn it, Daryl.
We still got 2 races to go. Calm down.
Is he in the garage?
No, he's at the tofu shop, actually.
Okay, at least he didn't get caught up with whatever they're doing in the garage.
Oh, no, Daryl will never get involved with...
The Wookiee.
Yeah, the Wookiee. Bay City Daryl was doing good. He was in second right behind Misty Apex. Then he pulls to the side. Roxanne Letterman passes him up. And then he obviously got passed up by Mr. Dark. That brings the current scores to 10 for Misty Apex, 5 for Mr. Dark, 5 for Roxanne Letterman, and unfortunately 0 so far for Bay City Daryl.
But technically and mathematically, he still has a chance.
Yes, he does.
Okay, we in this, Daryl. We are in this.
A very tight race here into the merge. Daryl pulls out in front.
Let's go, Daryl. Let's go.
He is He's
buddy.
doing stuff.
Come on.
Oh, down goes Roxanne.
Come on, Daryl. Straighten it out.
And
Daryl.
he was... I don't know if you could say he was doing good.
He was in the lead.
Yes, he was in the lead, and that was impressive.
Maybe he should take his car over to the care center.
I'm not sure if it's the car or if it's Daryl.
What are you saying, 3D?
I'm just saying Daryl's from the Bay in California, and in California, you know, certain things are legal.
I thought you said he wasn't involved with the Wookiee.
I'm not saying it's Wookiee, but
What?
he's driving erratically. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I don't like these accusations or implications or whatever it is.
I'm not saying he's doing anything wrong. He's just driving crazy.
Well, he still has a chance, though, right?
Yes, we're going to restart that race. Technically, he still has a chance, but based on his driving so far...
Come on, man. Keep hope alive.
Okay, you're right. Here we go with a fresh start, a restart of race 3, and they are off.
Let's go, Daryl.
Okay, no chanting. Misty Apex out in the lead this time, but here goes Daryl taking over again.
Go, Daryl, go.
Daryl takes a hit from Miss D.
You got this.
Hits the wall.
Keep it together. Steady.
He's still
steady.
in the lead. Misty Apex right on his tail,
on.
but Daryl is going to do it.
Oh! Daryl got it done for the Bay.
Daryl wins his first race of the night, and now he's still in last place.
Yeah, but he's not so far behind anymore.
That is true, and second place does advance. Look at this right here. Daryl cuts past Misty, has some trouble right there. Then right over here, Misty hits him from behind. That kind of gives him a little burst of speed.
C3, this is why we keep hope alive.
Well, I really did not expect Bay City Daryl to win a race.
I believed in Daryl the whole time.
Well, he still needs to do something really big here in the last one. Misty has 13. She will be moving on. So it comes down to Roxanne Letterman with 7, Mr. Dark with 6, Bay City Daryl has 5. Which one of those 3 will be joining Misty Apex in the semifinal round?
You got this, Daryl. I believe. We believe, right?
You believe.
Come on, 3D.
And they're off for the 4th and final race. Bay City Daryl and Misty Apex on the highway. Daryl falling behind there.
Come on, Daryl.
Daryl spins out.
Oh, come on.
Misty Apex in the lead, followed by Roxanne Letterman.
Get back on it, Daryl. You can do it.
I think it's over for Daryl now.
It ain't over till it's over.
Well, I think it's over. It's Misty Apex, followed by Roxanne Letterman, Mr. Dark, and Bay City Daryl takes last place.
Oh, come on. What about the Bay?
It's okay, too.
The Bay was counting on you, Daryl.
The Bay will be fine.
I had $10 on you, Daryl.
Okay, you know you're not supposed to make wagers on the races.
Here, Steve, take your money.
Oh yeah, I'm balling now.
Okay, you guys better not let Susan see that.
I owe her $10 too.
Am I the only one who keeps the rules around here?
You are kind of, square.
I am not. I am professional, okay? That's what we're here to do, be professional.
Okay, go ahead and be professional.
Here is the bracket for the semifinal round. We got Arlo, Dr. John, Rowan, and Daddy G on the left side. The undefeated Big Six, Farrell Patrick, Misty Apex, and Roxanne Letterman on the right side. We've got 8 drivers left. Which ones will make it into the final 4?
Sign those waivers and hold those babies close because it's gonna be a fight.
Welcome back. Here we are for the semi-final round of King of the Mountain Season 4, tournament number 3.
We've got the top 8 out of 64.
Here's the bracket. The 2 drivers to watch out for are Arlo and Big Six, who is currently undefeated.
He's been clean sweeping this whole tournament.
We'll see if Big Six can sweep his way into the finals. Here's our first group of the night. We have Arlo of Arlo Racing in the Ford Sierra Cosworth.
You can see some battle damage on that car.
Well, King of the Mountain is a full contact sport. Then we have Dr. John of Jack John and Katie Racing in the Mustang SVO.
AKA the Abomination.
2D.
I'm not going to let it go until he takes the decal off the hood.
Then we have our 2 Ferrari drivers, Rowan of Uncle Elvis Racing in the Ferrari F40. And next to him in the red car is Daddy G of G4 Diecast Racing in the Ferrari Testarossa. As usual, they'll compete in 4 races. The top 2 drivers in points advance on to the finals.
Will it be Ford or Ferrari? Or both?
We are about to find out. They are off for the first race. Right now, it's Rowan in the lead on the bottom in the purple Ferrari. Daddy G pulls in front. Arlo gets spun around. Now he's going backwards, chasing down Daddy G.
Arlo's moving pretty fast in reverse.
Daddy G through the garage, and this race is going to go to Daddy G, followed by Arlo, whoa, Dr. John, and Rowan takes 4th place. And it appears Rowan has flipped over by Dr. John.
At least he's near a doctor.
I'm not quite sure what kind of doctor Dr. John is, so...
Well, he's certainly not a doctor of good taste, because if he was, he wouldn't put that decal on his hood.
Tootie, you've got to let this one go.
Somebody's got to stand up for Pontiac 3D, and that person is me.
Well, glad to see you standing up for a car company that is no longer in business.
They're gonna come back 3D. They're gonna make a comeback one day.
Well, it's nice to have dreams. Here we go with race 2. Daddy G in the red Ferrari, currently the leader on the scoreboard. He's out in front of the pack right now, but Arlo overtakes him along with Rowan in the purple F40. Daddy G fighting with Dr. John for third. It appears he's won that battle.
In the meantime, Arlo is gone. Look at him go.
This time it will be Arlo to cross the finish line first, followed by Rowan, Daddy G, and Dr. John. Ooh! I was afraid that might happen.
Oh, yeah, we got ourselves a
Fatality. Finish him.
Oh, God, not the baby.
That father and son have been tempting fate this whole
Oh,
tournament.
this is bad. This is really bad.
Let's see that
No,
again.
we don't need to show it again.
I thought they both signed waivers.
Well, they did, but still, it's a baby.
I'm sure he'll bounce back up.
You don't run into a baby with a car and they just bounce back up.
Have you seen a baby before?
Of course I've seen a baby.
That's why they call them bouncing baby boys. You throw them down and they bounce back up.
That has to be the most ridiculous thing you've ever said.
Well, look at that, 3D. He's back up.
What is... Okay, we're getting word that somehow the baby and his father are okay.
I told you.
Maybe the father just jumped out of the way before the car hit him.
Accept it, 3D. He's a bouncer.
Okay, well, regardless, we're happy the baby's okay. I think you are right, though. Maybe him and his father should move out of the way of danger, because it's clearly not safe in that spot.
Keep on bouncing.
Arlo first out of the 180. Daddy G getting sideways. I think he might be blocking traffic back there.
Another easy win here for Arlo.
Here comes Arlo over the bridge. And Arlo takes the checkered flag. We're just waiting for... Oh, my goodness!
Now that's definitely out.
Fatality. Finish him.
Yeah, he's done for now, 3D.
No, he's going to bounce back up again, right?
Okay, look, 3D.
Oh, God.
And I'm speaking from experience here. There's kind of a limit to the bounciness of babies.
Okay, none of this is making sense. First, he could bounce back up, and now there's a limit.
I don't make the rules, man.
And what do you mean you're speaking from experience?
That's not important. What's important is what's happening right here, right now. We've just lost an innocent child, probably his father, who were both diehard fans of King of the Mountain. Also, the medic who got hit in the back, he's probably gone. And that woman holding a pumpkin spice latte, she's down too. I mean, this is a sad moment.
Okay, it's being confirmed that that woman was the baby's mother.
Oh my goodness, was 3D?
Nothing's been confirmed. We're still waiting. More medics are going down there to treat them, so all we can do right now is thoughts and waivers.
Absolutely. Thoughts and waivers to the entire family and the medic.
And for Arlo's sake, you better hope they're okay.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. Vehicular manslaughter for Arlo.
You know what? I don't even know what's going on in this race right now.
A race, this is more like Carmageddon.
What's that, Steve? Okay, this is the fourth and final race. Arlo takes the win, followed by Rowan, Dr. John, and Daddy G.
Uh-oh.
What?
I thought they were going for more spectators.
Okay, thankfully they did not. There are more medics down there. They're helping the woman, but not the baby and his father.
That's because she's probably the sole survivor.
Don't say that. We got to keep it positive, man.
Well, she won't have to deal with that annoying baby anymore. That's positive.
Okay, that's just wrong.
Babies can be annoying.
Do we need a disclaimer for that?
Tell me when I'm telling lies, 3D.
Okay, Susan's giving me this paper. 2D's comments do not represent the 3D Bot Maker Diecast Racing
Really?
League or the views of the channel.
We're doing this.
We absolutely do not condone hitting any spectators with cars, especially babies.
Wow.
So Arlo and Daddy G will be moving on to the final round. Coming up after the break, we got Big Six, Farrell Patrick, Misty Apex, and Roxanne Letterman fighting it out for that last spot in the finals.
And the amount she's going to save on diapers?
Seriously, Timmy?
Come on.
Welcome back to the King of the Mountain Season 4 Tournament 3 Semifinals. Here's our second group of the night. We got Big Six of Blue Line Racing driving in the Ford Mustang SVO.
Then next to him, looking like a penny, it's Farrell Patrick of Farrell Mods in the Buick Regal GNX.
Looking like a penny?
That's what that car makes me think of.
Then on the right side, we have Miss D Apex of Variant Skunkworks in the Ford Sierra Cosworth.
Miss D representing Ontario, Canada.
And last up, we have Roxanne Letterman.
She's never going to love me, but it's all right.
What are you talking about now?
That's a story for another day.
We've got breaking news. The baby, his father, and mother are miraculously okay.
Wow, I guess he didn't hit the limit.
Also, local workers are out there helping to protect the baby. They have a slow sign, a guy with his fist in the air, and another guy like saying, "Stay back."
Why wouldn't they just move the baby?
They're saying it's the baby's favorite spot, and if they move, he starts crying.
Well, that is annoying.
Here we go with the first of 4 races. There's only 2 spots left in the finals. Which 2 drivers are going to take it?
Let's see if Big Six can stay undefeated.
Right now we got Big Six in the lead. Misty Apex not far behind on the bottom lane. Farrell Patrick now moves into second. Farrell Patrick makes a pass over Big Six.
Wow.
I did not see that coming. Big Six trying to get his lead back. They're coming over the bridge, and Farrell Patrick is going to take the win over Big Six. Oh my God, really?
Fatality. Finish him.
To be fair, Big Six just couldn't help it.
This is absurd. This is supposed to be a race, not whatever this is.
It's kind of a race to the bottom at this point.
3 times.
Yeah.
3 times.
On the bright side, it looks like the mom and her latte are okay.
This is not the time for jokes.
That's not a joke. Have you seen the price of a latte?
Nobody cares about the latte.
Obviously, the mom does. She's holding that closer than her own baby.
You know what? At this point, I just don't know what can be done. I mean,
You could move the baby.
there was a guy there with a slow sign, another guy saying stay back,
Those guys could have moved the baby somewhere else.
a third guy with his fist in the air. I mean,
That was never going to do anything.
at some point, you just got to say it's, fate or destiny or something like that.
Or extreme gross incompetence.
Yeah, it's definitely just some kind of random act of nature, something like that.
I think negligence is the word you're looking for.
It's wild. Just, some things are just completely unavoidable.
Yeah, it's not like they could have moved the baby.
Yeah, no. Here we go with race 2. Big Six pulling ahead in the blue Mustang.
Watch out, he's got a murderous rage in his eyes.
Big Six hitting the side there twice. That might slow him down. Misty Apex currently in second place. Nowhere near Big Six, though. And that's a fast time, 14.39 seconds for Big Six.
Oh boy, here we go.
So far, no one hitting any spectators. A few bumps there, but that overall is a clean race. Wow.
Hey,
There we go. Good job, everybody.
baby steps. Baby steps.
2D, really?
Too soon?
Yes, let's go to that fatality-free replay. You can see here going into the merge, Big Six has a huge lead, absolutely crushing the competition.
And the fans.
And that's going to put him on top of the scoreboard with 8. Farrell Patrick has 6. Misty Apex has 5. Roxanne Letterman 3. Here we go. They're off for the third race. Hopefully this race will also be fatality-free. Big Six in the lead. This time it's Farrell Patrick in second, trying to catch up to Big Six. Farrell Patrick so far the only driver to ever beat Big Six in this tournament.
I don't think Big Six wants that to happen again.
Another fast time by Big Six. Whoa, really?
Oh, it's just comedy at this point.
Fatality.
For crying out loud, can we not be civil?
King of the Mountain is no place for civility, 3D. Not at all.
Can someone at least use their brakes?
King of the Mountain is no place for breaks either.
Well, at least they didn't hit the baby this time.
Well, that target's already down. They're out for fresh blood.
Amazingly, only one photographer was hit in that wreck. Big Six slams into Roxanne Letterman. Let's see from this angle right here. Man, that woman has to be the luckiest woman alive.
She didn't flinch one bit.
Here's the scores going into the fourth and final race. Big Six has 13. Farrell Patrick has 9. Misty Apex has 7. Roxanne Letterman has 4. Big Six has already secured his spot. Who's going to move on to the finals with him? Farrell Patrick taking the lead. Can he beat Big Six again? Big Six first into the merge through the corner. Farrell Patrick right on his tail this time. Patrick takes a hit from Misty Apex. Misty Apex moves into second.
A little bump and run there.
And it's going to be Big Six to pass him. Oh, you can't be serious.
Fatality. Finish him.
Have you read the guide to the law of attraction?
No, and I'm not doing this right now with you.
I just think it may enlighten you on what's
Where's
going on
Susan?
here.
Susan!
You got kind of like these positive and negative forces
Someone get her on the phone.
that kind of act against each other but pull towards each other.
Yes, Susan. I think we're going to need a lawyer.
You know, my uncle's friend is kind of a lawyer.
A real lawyer, Tootie. Yes, Susan, I know it was a baby. An absolute tragedy. It was unavoidable.
I think we can all learn something meaningful from tonight's events, as terrible and horrific as they've been.
I mean, who'd have thought to actually move the baby?
Sure, some may look at this and call this a massacre, a bloodbath, a case of gross incompetence and negligence all at the same time.
I think they would classify this as an act of God, right?
But what I see is passion, a love for the sport of diecast racing, that even in the face of
Susan
danger.
said to cut the feed. We got to go.
But I wasn't done yet.
Blah, blah, blah. We'll see you on the track. We're done.
We'll see you on the track, everybody. Although you probably shouldn't stand on the track.
We
because,
gotta
you know,
go. Welcome back. It is finally time for the King of the Mountain Season 4 Tournament 3 Finals.
Oh yeah, the crowds are out here in full force tonight.
Yes, they are. Now, before we get started, we want to address those safety issues and concerns many had after the Baby Milton incident.
Ah yes, the little bouncing baby.
We here at the 3D Botmaker Diecast Racing League do take safety very seriously.
We do?
Yes, we do.
Oh, that's right, very seriously.
Thank you. So we've done two things. We have posted a sign, which according to our legal counsel is enough, right?
That's what my uncle's friend, who's kind of a lawyer, said.
Yeah, so you can kind of think of the splash zone at SeaWorld. If you want to avoid getting hit, stay out of the zone.
That's some solid advice right there.
Not only that, we also moved Baby Milton out of that area.
Yes, we moved the baby.
As you can see, he's safe and sound, far away from the road. Hopefully his father keeps him over there.
Yes, stay away from the fatality zone.
So with all of that out of the way, I think we are ready to start this finals.
Let's go racing, boys.
Let's take a look at our drivers. We started this competition off with 64 cars. We are now down to the final 4.
2 Fords, a Ferrari, and a Buick.
The top 2 cars in this race, both Fords. First up, we have the legend himself, Arlo of Arlo Racing, driving in the Ford Sierra Cosworth.
Then driving in the red Ferrari Testarossa out of Highland Ranch, Colorado, it's Daddy G of G4 Diecast Racing.
Then we have our other top contender. It is Big Six of Blue Line Racing in the Ford Mustang SVO.
And then finally driving in the Buick Regal GNX, it's Farrell Patrick of Farrell Mods.
Looking at our community poll, Arlo clearly the fan favorite here tonight. Out of the 8.9 thousand people that voted, he had 52% of the vote.
Well, he certainly already made a name for himself in diecast racing. The title King of the Mountain would just add to his list of achievements.
Here we go, they're off for the first race. Big Six in the blue Mustang taking the lead. It's tight in the merge. Arlo challenging on the inside. He gets hit by Farrell Patrick, who spins around. Big Six charging his way to that final turn. Flies over the bridge. And that first win goes to Big Six, followed by Arlo. And here comes Farrell Patrick and Daddy G.
What was that?
I don't know, but it's nice to have a fatality-free race to start things off.
Wait a minute, what's that over there?
I guess Farrell Patrick ended up on the sidewalk.
No, on the ground right there. Yep, that's a
Fatality. Finish him.
Seriously, can't we get through one race?
Not with these guys on the track.
Well, we didn't really see what happened. So.
It seems pretty obvious.
Look right here, you can see Arlo trying to get through on the inside. Gets hit on the side there from Farrell Patrick. That slowed him down. Meanwhile, Big Six just continued his lead all the way to the finish line. A great start so far for Big Six and Blue Line Racing. All right, here we go with race 2. Big Six has 5 points on the board. Arlo has 3. Farrell Patrick has 2, and Daddy G 1. Daddy G starting all the way on the far left in the red Ferrari.
Let's keep those cars on the track this time.
Yes, please keep them on the track. Big Six bouncing his way down the ramp, cuts off Arlo. Arlo hits the wall there, slows down.
Big Six is a beast out there.
Those arrows are really going to cost you in this type of race. A close race there between Arlo and Farrell Patrick. Big Six takes... Oh, God!
Damn.
Fatality. Finish him.
I feel like we might have jinxed it by saying stay on the track.
It can't be that hard to not hit people while you're racing.
And Arlo's not even driving a Mustang.
This is bad. Let's go to the replay to see what happened. Roll the replay. You can see Big Six finishes just fine, and then Arlo... Oh, God, was that a body?
Kind of like a little tennis match serve and return there.
Can someone find that person?
3D.
What? We're trying to find the person who bounced around the track.
Yeah, but they hit the baby.
What? How? We moved him.
Well, Arlo pretty much jumped over to where he was standing, so...
That's his second time hitting baby Milton.
I'm telling you, there's something not right with that baby.
How is it the baby's fault? Arlo's the one hitting him.
I don't know how little Milton is doing it, but somehow... Oh yeah, there goes that person.
Did they find her yet?
But there is some type of force around that baby that is pulling the cars off the track over to him.
We don't have time for your conspiracies, okay?
This can't be a coincidence, 3D. We moved him, and he's still getting hit.
Yes, because Arlo is on a rampage.
Or maybe Arlo is from the future.
Oh, God, we don't have time for this.
And he's trying to prevent baby Milton from inventing Skynet.
Skynet. We have real legal issues we need to figure out now. This is not the time.
It's plausible,
Someone get
though.
Susan right now.
I can call my uncle's friend who's kind of a lawyer.
We're going to go to break. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the King of the Mountain Season 4 Tournament 3 Finals. Now, Baby Milton was threatening a lawsuit, but during the break, Susan got this whole thing figured out.
Yeah, all figured out.
Now, it's been Baby Milton's lifelong dream to win a race at King of the Mountain.
That's a pretty short dream that he had.
So Susan said, hey, we can make that happen, but who should he race against?
Yes, who?
Then Baby Milton's father mentioned that Milton has a grudge against 2D, so...
How does a baby have a grudge with me?
We're gonna have a grudge match.
Grudge match.
Ooh, I'm mad.
This is ridiculous, and you know it.
Now, 2D, you can settle this on the track with Baby Milton, but keep in mind, he needs to win the race.
I'm not losing to a baby.
We're trying to avoid legal action here, so we need Baby Milton to win.
This is stupid.
Come on, take one for the team.
Whatever.
For those who missed the semifinals, Baby Milton was hit 3 times. Tonight, Arlo brought that up to a total of 4, and our waivers currently have a 3-hit maximum. So we're kind of in a little bind here, but 2D is going to get this whole thing worked out for us out there on the track with Baby Milton. 2D, can you hear me?
Yes, let's just get this whole thing over with.
All right, here we go with our grudge match. Baby Milton and 2D side by side. Looking good so far, 2D.
He just hit me. Whoa!
2D spins out. Baby Milton takes the lead.
What the hell is that about?
You're fine. Just keep going.
He's cheating. He hit me.
Come on. You're a big boy. Rubbin's racing.
Nah, forget this. I'm done.
Come on. Keep going. Here comes Baby Milton slowly over the bridge. And he takes his... Oh, gee. The baby fell over. Well, anyways, that is a win for Baby Milton. 2D. We're waiting for you down here at the finish line. Where are you?
I'll take a double order. I do like the sauce on it. Yeah, that one right there.
2D, what are you doing?
Well, I got hungry and the Fujiwara tofu shop's right here, so...
Okay, but Baby Milton wants a race. You got to make it look good, you know?
You said you want him to win, so what?
We need to make him believe that he won in a race, not that you just let him win.
Okay, hold on, 3D. 15 minutes? Okay, have him put it on my tab. Wait, no, actually put it on 3D's tab.
What tab? I didn't even know I had a tab.
Oh, well, you might owe Bunta some money because you may have made some orders in the past on your tab.
Whatever,
so.
we'll deal with that later. Can you please get back to the race?
Yes, certainly, sir. Can I shine your shoes, sir?
No, just race Baby Milton again.
I'm going to make this one look good, so good. I'm going to smoke that little baby to the finish line.
Make it look good, but he still needs to win.
Oh, hell no. He's about to get a good whooping from Uncle 2D right now.
Why are you talking like that?
Because this is how I talk when I drive.
Okay, here they're off for the second race. 2D is in the lead here, keeping Baby Milton really close. Nice job, 2D.
It's time for little Milton to eat my dust. Here we go. Bye, baby.
Just keep him close.
No.
2D spins out. Now it's just Baby Milton. He spins as well.
Hold on, I'm coming.
Milton going in reverse along with 2D.
Come on, little car, move.
And Baby Milton does it. Whoa, come on. What was that about, 2D?
You did say I couldn't hit him.
Because I thought that was
I
implied.
used my horn. He should have got out of the way.
That was uncalled for.
Like I said in the past, if you don't want the baby to get hit, move the baby out of the way.
Anyways, let's go to that replay. A nice close race here between 2D and Milton. They both handled the first turns very well. Then right here, I think 2D gets a little cocky, goes into this turn too fast. And you'll see right there, he spins out. Baby Milton with a beautiful pass. And that right there is how it's done. Let's all give it up for Baby Milton, who defeats 2D in this grudge match.
There is no grudge.
2 races to 1. A clean sweep, actually.
What?
Can we get that graphic?
Clean sweep.
Perfect. That's BS. He cheated.
We're going to go to commercial break. When we come back, it's the second half of the Tournament 3 Finals. I just can't believe you lost to a baby.
You told me to let him win.
Yeah, but you lost.
I was taking one for the team, remember?
To a baby.
Oh, shut up.
Welcome back. It's time for the second half of the King of the Mountain Season 4 Tournament 3 Finals. In light of the recent accident in Race 2, we all here said, hey, we got to be more responsible. So we now have a sign posted over there as well. That is also a fatality zone.
Spectate at your own risk.
Okay, after 2 races, Big 6 has 10, Arlo has 6, Feral Patrick with 4, and Daddy G has 2.
That's 2 wins in a row for Big 6.
So far, a very dominant performance for Big 6 of Blue Line Racing, and they are off for Race 3. Arlo taking the lead on the bottom lane. Big 6 gaining on him, gets spun around. Now it's Arlo way out in front. Big 6 getting tangled up with Feral Patrick and Daddy G. And Race 3 is going to go to Arlo. Please stay on the track. He does.
Thank goodness.
Feral Patrick takes second. And whoa, it's a DNF for Big 6 and Daddy G.
Oh, wow.
They both came to a stop in the parking garage.
Oh, boy.
What the hell's going on down there?
I don't know what Big 6 and Daddy G have got themselves into, but it doesn't look good.
Don't tell me this is about that Wookiee again.
No, this is way deeper than Wookiee.
Well, let's go to the replay. You'll see Big 6 trying to get the pass on Arlo, going on the inside. He makes contact, spins completely around. Then it's Feral Patrick who cuts him off, and that left all the lanes open for Arlo to fly right to the finish line. Daddy G and Big 6 have safely got themselves out of the garage. But I don't even know where to begin to explain what's going on here.
I think it's pretty clear what's going on.
You care to explain it?
I mean, yeah, you got the police, the hazmat team, a baby stroller. Was that the Joker?
I don't know. I'm sure they're all in good hands with Race City PD. Let's look at the scores going into the 4th and final race. Arlo is now in the lead with 11 points. That is 1 point over Big 6, who has 10. That DNF was very costly for Big 6. Feral Patrick has 7, so he is still in contention. Daddy G, on the other hand, only has 2, so he's pretty much out.
He might as well just be spectating.
This is it, the final race. Who's gonna win?
Let's go, boys. Leave it all on the track.
Yes, the key word is on the track. Big 6 gaining on the bottom. Arlo coming down the ramp, trying to pass up Big Six. Arlo and Big Six drift into the wall. Big Six now surging ahead. And Big Six is gonna...
I think I broke the button.
You know, rarely am I ever speechless on this channel, but...
Yeah. You know, that order at Fujiwara's is probably done by now.
Oh, good. What did you get?
Double order of the fried tofu.
Nice. You get the sauce?
Oh, yeah, of course. You know, you could have some if you want.
That actually sounds really good about now.
Well, Bunta is the best in the business.
He's a legend.
Absolutely.
Legendary.
People don't realize it's actually an art form.
I couldn't agree with you more.
We're going to jail, aren't we?
We're not the ones with our blue Mustang on top of a pile of spectators.
Yeah, and that's not my red Ferrari either.
And we did have that sign posted as well.
That's right, the sign plus waivers.
Well, I guess we should wrap this thing up. Big Six of Blue Line Racing wins the third tournament of King of the Mountain Season 4. So congratulations to him. And yeah, they're resting him out.
Yeah, they're booking them.
I guess this is a fitting ending to this tournament. We thank you for joining us. There's more racing coming up ahead. Until next time on 3D Botmaker.
And I'm 2D.
And we'll see you on the track.
Paint the town red, I'm coming around. There ain't no doubt about it, I'm no longer blue. So glad we are through, just me, myself.